Hello. So, um, this was going to be this a stream where I watched through all the Summer Games Fest showcases that have released so far or that have premiered so far, and also do some 3D modeling. However, while setting up for this stream, I found out that the basically Blockbench, the program that I need to 3D model, or the program that I use to 3D model, I have to have that like on a full screen all by itself, and I couldn't really fit together like the Blockbench window and also the window showing off the Summer Games Fest showcases. That would allow me to be able to clearly show what I'm modeling and also clearly show the actual Summer Games Fest events. So what I'm instead going to do is I'm going to go with the backup. I have a backup option and a backup option and a backup option and a backup option. So first thing I'm going to do is I haven't. What I'm going to do while watching these events, and we'll get started in just a second, is I haven't gotten accepted for a job yet. I'm still waiting to be contacted back. I'm waiting back for a second interview from the job I already interviewed with, and I'm waiting to hear back to see if I have an interview, if I can get a first interview from the different from the other places that have said that they're considering me for one, and just also waiting to hear back from any other jobs saying that I could get one. But I've been rigorously checking my. I know it's the weekend, so they're not going to send me any. So they're not going to let me know over the weekend. But I've still been rigorously checking my email just in case, just for a chance that they might tell that I might get some sort of notice. So yeah, not haven't received a job yet. Haven't been accepted for a job yet, but just on the hope that that maybe one of these jobs will either send me another interview, or if the job that really liked me in the first interview, if they'll like me enough to accept me. I'm gonna actually use this time right now while watching these events to just sort through some stuff, preemptively sort through some stuff before I move. Like sort through like the first thing I'm gonna do is I have all my video games here. Right off screen, right to the right of me, is just all my physical video games. The part of the desk that I have right next to me is covered in like all my video games. And I'm just gonna go through them and decide if like basically decide if I'm going to keep it or bring it with me when I move, or if I'm going to not keep it. And I've got other things to sort through as well, like all my DVDs, all my books, all my figures as well. I might decide if I want to keep or which of those I'm going to keep. Like, all my cards. So I've got a lot of stuff I need to sort through. And I have a lot of stuff I need to sort through, and I decided I'm going to preemptively use this time to sort through all this stuff and like go through this whilst I watch all these events. So I will be watching these and will be paying attention to these, but I'll also be I'll also be doing that. I'll also be sorting through a bunch of stuff. And the this stream it started at 6:30 because I had to like get rid of everything. I had to like pull out all my video games in preparation for this. But the these this first event is like okay, yeah, the Summer Games Fest itself by itself is like 3.5 hours long. That's going to take a good amount of time. I do want to get through the remaining other six events that I wanted to watch through, which is it's the Summer Games Fest event, the Day of the Devs event, the Wholesome Game Showcase, the Women-led Game Showcase, the Latin American Game Showcase, the Frosty Games Fest, and the Southeast Asian Game Show. I wanted to get watch through all of them, even though altogether that'll probably actually go longer than 6 hours. So this stream might be a go a bit longer. If I go through all the stuff I've already sorted, like if I actually get through everything I feel I can sort through tonight, then what I'll probably do is I might actually like kind of split the screen in half, or like split this viewing in half, and like have half of it show the actual showcases, and then the other half like will be playing some. I'll play some game I have on my PC, or maybe even on my some game I might even have on like one of my other systems, set up to where I'm playing something whilst watching these. Because I found that during stuff like this, I kind of pay more. It's going to be a lot easier. It's actually going to be easier for me to pay attention to it and be, in my opinion, more entertaining if I'm doing something whilst watching all these. And I mean, it's going to be like This is 3.5 hours. Why not make good use of this time? So yeah, I'll go ahead and start the Summer Games Fest in just a second. But yeah, for the first start of it, I'm going to be sorting through just all these video games I have, which I have all the physical video games I have, which I have a lot. So This is also kind of going to be, at least for the first part of it, you're going to basically get to see me touring my video game collection. But here, I'll go ahead and get this started for the Summer Games Fest. Let me know if y'all have difficulty hearing it. And actually, okay, for as far as the video games go,
Please welcome to the stage,
I'm gonna
the creator of the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley.
no, actually, so just for sorting through my games, I have an entire all these games. I'm gonna keep. I know for certain because I have to. But yeah, just to show off, I have all of my all my games are usually sorted by console, except for the Final Fantasies. I have a big stack of Final Fantasy games, which they're all together. And yeah, I'm not going to be getting rid of any of these. So I actually have FF7, 8, and 8 on physical, FF7 Rebirth, FF7 Remake, Final Fantasy 10-10, 10-2 Remaster, FF12 the Zodiac Age.
Dante, I was reading my feed
Final,
this morning and saw that he canceled a date and he hopes I don't disappoint him. Dante, we're going to do our best to make it worth your while. We have a really fun show.
Dante from Devil May Cry? Dante from Devil May Cry would never cancel a date to be here. By the way, Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 13-2,
this show has a little bit of everything.
Final Fantasy 15, Final Fantasy 16, I'm going to keep careful these, Lightning Returns, and Stranger of Paradise. So I have all of these on physical, and yeah, I'm definitely going to keep them.
Just how dynamic our industry has become. Here's
at least until I play through them.
10 selling new games on Steam. So
he says how dynamic they are, but from what I've heard from this game showcase, they show off a lot of the same games.
Lots of great games.
No. Okay, I'm gonna try not to pause through all these, but I feel I have to point this out. Look how many of these are by smaller game teams. That indie dev, smaller dev team / indie dev, smaller dev team / indie dev, smaller dev team / indie dev. That's I don't know what that one is. I think that is a smaller dev team, but yeah, mostly by smaller dev teams. Makes sense.
At number 1 with over 13 million units sold since February is Repo, a groundbreaking indie.
I mean, that makes sense. I've seen a lot of people I know who really like, a lot of people I watch say they really like Repo. Okay, Metroid Fusion, gonna keep that.
TVGS, a solo developer in Australia.
That's actually a good question. Let me think about this. A lot of these GBA, GBC games I have, they're now on Switch Online, which I do have.
Absolutely. Now let's also applaud Claire Obscure from Sandfall. Okay. They might get some nominations at the end of the year. We're not there yet, but it is a monumental achievement.
Detective Hardick says, "Oh hey, it's the Jeff Keighley Snooze Fest." Oh hey, Detective Hardick. Yeah, I was just saying. He said dynamic at the start of this, but from what I've heard, I've seen some of the announcements. I haven't seen the full event, but from what I've heard, a lot of the announcements in this are very much the same. To the point where, for those just coming in, what I'm doing is.
That's something to celebrate. But
for those just coming in, I was going to do some 3D modeling while also watching this, but I couldn't set the windows up well while also showing things. So I haven't gotten accepted for a new job yet, but I am preemptively sorting through stuff while watching this. I am preemptively preparing in case I get an acceptance, in case I get accepted for a job and I'm able to move. So, right now, just off to my right, I just have every single video game I have on physical covering this desk. Yeah, I mentioned this earlier, but all my games are sorted by console. So, Hark says, to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to really watch any more Jeff things. This is like his fourth show for platforming a chud. At this point, I am watching for the announcements to see if there's anything that interests me, but at this point, I have to be doing something else while watching these events. It's like, it actually feels like a waste of time. If I'm not doing something while watching these events, it feels like I'm almost like a waste of time. Unless I just skip through it and see what my favorite ones are. Now, all the other showcases after this one, I am really interested in. Like the Day of the Devs, women-led games, Wholesome games. The indie dev showcases I'm much more interested in. I better not be DMCA, gosh dang it. Taker Heart says the state of play was actually really good. I agree with you there. There were a lot of a lot of things I liked announced there. Like between Final Fantasy Tactics, the Marvel Tokon fighting game, that Marvel Tokon fighting game. Both of those were like really. Both of those were like those and a couple other things were really nice. Mm. But yeah, just something to show off again for those just coming in. All my other games are separated by console, except for the Final Fantasies. I have a stack of because of this Final Fantasy game event I'm doing. I just have a stack of Final Fantasy games. Eee. I hope this doesn't get. Jack says I have definitely not put 10 hours into that Neo 3 demo already. Dang, if I had the time, I would love to play that Neo. I would love to download that Neo 3 demo, except I don't have the space. I only have like I only have 1 terabyte of space on my PS5 for PS5 games, and so I've used it all up. I've used it all up already for Final Fantasy games and like a couple other things. So if I do get accepted for a new job and I do get to move, one of the things I'm gonna buy with my, one of the things I'm gonna buy with my first paycheck is like is like a 5 terabyte hard drive for PS5 games because there's a lot of games I'd like to have. It's just they take up a lot of space. Anyway, Kingdom Hearts, yeah, definitely gonna keep this. Like I've said before, I want to replay through all the Kingdom Hearts on streams, except for Chain of Memories. I have the. Oh, I don't have it here, but I do have the. Oh, I need to go grab my other GBA games.
Second. The Death Star's super laser is charged and ready to decimate the Battle Royale island. But there's still hope. You and your friends can join the fight.
When I eventually get to replaying through all the Kingdom Hearts games, I actually have the original, the original Chain of Memories on GBA, and I'll play that one. Yeah, can't forget these. Okay, Tekken 8. I just got Tekken 8. I really want to take some time to play it, so yeah, keeping that. Oh, it's Fortnite. Oh. Okay, whatever. Look, Fortnite, I was accepting of you until you added that AI voice Darth Vader. Now I don't give a shit about you. Persona 5 Royal, definitely going to keep this, because I do want to replay through that on stream at some point.
With each of his games, he
you know what, let me move these over here.
In bold new directions, and we are honored to have him with us for the first time at Summer Game Fest in person. Please, everyone, join me in welcoming the great Mr. Hideo Kojima.
Of course, Kojima. Of course. Well, he does like Kojima. That is one of his main personality traits.
Aki, great to see you. Mr. Kojima, here we are. The world tour begins at Summer Game Fest. It's great to have
okay,
you
let me
here.
see now. Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection, gonna keep that.
Let me ask you, Mr. Kojima.
This guy at 5, yep. Fire Emblem 3
Houses,
Houses, yep.
Players take away from DS2 when they play it later this
Okay,
month.
and here's all the games I'm actually.
Well, we hit the pandemic after we released DS1. Everyone experienced the pandemic. So
Let's
I
see.
wanted to show something new, next
Okay, the Marvel. Yeah, gonna keep all these Gonna keep all these Capcom fighting collections.
Think about that when you play this game.
Okay, well, talking about
And then,
playing the
I mean,
game, it's coming out later this
Pokemon
month.
Legends
Right
Arceus,
now,
Final
I know you're
Fantasy. Yeah,
preparing
these
a
are all the
special
games that I'm actually
exclusive
playing right
for
now.
SGF.
I have these set on my
Let's take a
desk, so
look
yeah,
at
gonna
this.
keep all these. As Street Fighter 6, Trails to Azure, Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, and Pokemon Legends Arceus. Let me see. Okay, the actual GBA games I have. Some of these are on. Some of these are actually on now. Pokemon, like on Switch Online. Well, that's not Norman Reedus. Reedus, who is this guy? You're just gonna stand there and like expect her to wait for you?
Have a seat. Over here, please.
Yeah, I like Metroid Fusion. I'll keep my copy of Metroid Fusion. There's only like one. Is there only like one chair to wait? Okay, Golden Sun, Dark Dawn.
No smoking, please. So you are Neil Vana.
I'll keep both of these. I'm gonna when I eventually replay through Golden Sun and play through Golden Sun 2 on stream. I'm gonna play through the Switch Online versions, but
I'm a porter.
Hamtaro, yeah. I've made a joke of wanting to play this game on stream.
We're good for the day.
Sleepless says Detective carried me through Neo 3 demo. Oh hey, Sleepless. So yeah, for those just coming in, I couldn't make Blockbench and the whole stream viewing windows like work well together.
What?
So I'm now sorting through. I'm preemptively sorting through stuff. I haven't been accepted for a job yet, but I'm preemptively sorting through some stuff just in case I do get accepted for a job.
Remember me.
Hey Jackie, welcome in. I feel like we're in the middle. I'm interrupting something very important. So does this make sense? Yeah, I haven't got accepted for a job yet. Whoa, oh gosh. Weirdest job. Okay, second weirdest job interview I've ever seen. Still second place, not first. There was one that was weirder. You don't even know what happened there. Why are y'all shouting?
Clip from the game, a cutscene. We saw a first glimpse of Neil and Lucy, and we met them in the trailer back at South by Southwest, but we got a little bit more of them here. Tell us a little
Y'all don't even know what happened. Why are y'all excitedly shouting? Anyway.
It's a very important character.
So I think it's a general hype thing.
Neil and Lucy.
No, see,
I can't really
I've had a joke about playing Hamtaro Ham Heartbreak on stream for some time, so
on both of their hands
I gotta keep this. This is not gonna be on Switch Online,
and reveals.
and I have to play this at some. I do really want to play this at
Last
some
time on
point.
DS1, we have Cliff, who was played by Mats. And
So
of
it's
course,
Kojima, and they're confused, and they like it.
he will not be in DS2.
Oh, and okay,
This time,
this copy of Pokemon Crystal is like the first game. I think this is the first game I've ever beaten. Yeah, because I remember beating the champion in Pokemon Crystal. It's like the first game I ever owned, so I'll keep this.
to kind of like top that character.
It would be fun to try and play back through Pokemon Crystal, but play through the original version on Game Boy Color. It'd be probably be a bit rough, but it would be potentially pretty
I'm not
fun.
going to give any spoilers, you know. That's
I know.
what I brought today.
But there is more to share, and
Okay, other
we're
Game
not
Boy
waiting very
Advance
long
games.
to learn more about the game. Actually, this Sunday, as part of Summer Game Fest, you tune into the DS2 live game premiere. Where
DS2? Oh my gosh, Dark Souls 2 is getting its own showcase with that game. That's crazy.
Demo, alongside Elle Fanning and Troy Baker. And
Okay,
hopefully they're hosting
Pokemon
it.
Emerald.
And let's just say this is not the last that you've seen of Neil this weekend, and we'll leave it at that.
Actually, now that I think about it, I do have this Retron console, but for a lot of these games, I now have the potential to actually emulate these games and play
Thank
them.
you so much. Hideo Kojima,
And like play them
everyone.
on.
Great to see you, Mr. Kojima. Thank you.
I mean, I have the Switch Online, and then I could potentially play them on my
All right,
Switch.
now I'd like
I
to
could
introduce
potentially
my
like
co-host
play them
for
on my
Summer Game
computer.
Fest. She's along for the party, a veteran games journalist on GameSpot and the co-host of the Friends Per Second podcast. Please join me in welcoming the incredible Lucy James.
So it says eBay are going nuts for copies of Pokemon Crystal. Apparently going for 130 to 500. Dang.
I am so excited to
You know what?
be
I
here
might
this year.
actually
Thank
sell
you
these
for having
copies
me.
of Golden Sun and
Now,
Golden
we are
Sun
honored to
2.
reveal an exciting
I
new
do
project
really want to
from
play
Raw
these
Power
games on the
Games.
chain. I do
The
really
team
want to play through these games.
headquartered
I've
in
already played through
Copenhagen,
Golden Sun twice on the
Denmark.
chain, and I
Here
want to
you
play the
can
sequel on
engage
it.
in intense
But there's the
combat,
Switch
fight for
versions.
land,
There's the
glory,
Switch
and
versions,
legacy,
and there's also
lead
like I could
massive
get these on
armies into
emulator
epic scale
on my
battles,
computer if
as
I ever feel the
narrated
need
by
to it.
actor Tom Hardy.
So yeah, I think I'll actually will sell those.
So the priests tell us. So the Lord commands.
Now, I'll keep Hamtaro Ham Ham Heartbreak, because it'd be fun to play through the original GBA version of that. Yeah, Pokemon... Okay, I do really like Pokemon Emerald, because that's the game I'm nostalgic for, but I might also sell this one off, because this is definitely, like... If I'm gonna play Pokemon Emerald on stream, like original Pokemon Emerald, it probably would be better to play through the emulator. And there were some problems to play it on emulator, and there were some problems with this version. This GBA copy is a little scuffed, so that's some good knight armor they got there.
Once taken, have only one ending. I shall find no peace. On this road, there is only death.
Huh, I was expecting him to say the title of the game.
But that's just my story.
Is this just Mountain Blade? Are y'all just trying to make your own version of Mountain Blade? I mean, it's a more technically impressive Mountain Blade, but... Yeah, it's a very technically impressive Mountain Blade, but still. You got Mountain Blade. But you can't mod it like Mountain Blade.
That was a very cool new project in a brutal European medieval world.
Okay, Yu-Gi-Oh! So, I have one of the Yu-Gi-Oh! GBA games.
Sonic Racing Crossworlds is a thrilling new entry in the legacy of racing action games within
Oh yeah,
the
I have to keep
Crossworlds
Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories so that I can play so that when I replay through all the Kingdom Hearts games I can keep this so that I can play through the original Chain of Memories. Sonic racing in a car feels like him putting training weights on. Like, he wants to give everyone a chance, so he's not racing on foot, he's racing in a car. Oh, he said the... Well, I was about to say he said the thing, but there's tons of things he says. That's it, okay. I have this... Oh. Oh, dang, Miku! Finally, a character I'm interested in. Yeah, Ichiban! Heck yeah! I care more about the characters who aren't Sonic characters in this. Oh, okay, Joker, yeah. These are the characters I would play in this. They had to include the characters from the three true pillars of Sega, like the three things that truly make Sega the most money: Persona, Yakuza, and Hatsune Miku.
That is not all. We'd like to introduce the man behind the creation of everyone's favorite blue hedgehog, Takashi Iizuka.
So yeah, okay, Yu-Gi-Oh! The Sacred Cards, I'll sell that because if I want to play the GBA Yu-Gi-Oh! Games, I'll just get that collection that came out.
Is the next generation of the Sonic Racing series, developed by Sonic Team and the Sega Arcade Racing.
You know, actually,
you can feel brand new
I do like
from the new future travel ring.
I do like Pokemon Crystal, but again, this is sort of game that if I were to play it, it probably would be better to play it through emulator, so I might actually sell that.
We have online cross-platform matchmaking. So you can race against
I'm really keeping that Pokemon Crystal for nostalgia's sake, but
all of the platform. Lastly, I have one
okay,
more thing I'd like to show everyone here today.
So I have the This is the scuffed version of Final Fantasy Tactics that I originally got many years ago. Oh, okay, it's Minecraft. All right. This is not something I feel I should keep, and this is not something I feel I should sell. This scuffed version of Tactics Advance, I feel I should like make this the secret prize that someone finds in a hidden vault in my. Someone finds this scuffed version of Tactics Advance in a secret vault hidden in this house after I leave it. Acer says, "Hey bro, how's it going?" Oh hey, really? Well, Sleeper says, Devil's Advocate, you should keep that copy of Crystal because it's your first game. There's only one of those in the universe. Ooh, what's this? But hey, so welcome in. So yeah, I was going to be like doing some 3D modeling while also watching these showcases, but I couldn't make the windows work, so now I'm actually sorting through a bunch of stuff. Oh dear. I'm sorting through a bunch of stuff I'm sorting through a bunch of my stuff in case I get accepted by a job. Is this Code Vein? I recognize that whole that mask. Is this Code Vein?
For our world, it promises only oblivion.
I mean, I guess that's not really that rare, honestly.
Lost long ago.
It's all very... If it's Code Vein, it's all very gold now.
You have the power to change all of this.
Hey, Scourges, you better believe it.
If time were a weapon to wield, could you undo the sins?
But yeah, this copy of Tactics Advance is one that I should, hide in a hidden vault in my house. Oh, and for the next owners of this house.
Or maybe the next.
Ah, they're time traveling to get rid of... They're time traveling back to the original Code Vein. If this is Code Vein, I like the look of everything. And I mean, I really liked Code Vein 1, so... Okay. Okay, awesome motorcycle. Yeah, but it's all very gold. Okay, this is definitely Code Vein. I reckon somebody's carrying a rifle. This is a Code Vein. Yep. Very happy for that. Yeah, Code Vein 2, very happy for that. Ooh. That's like the first thing here that I'm excited for. Okay, so yeah, just to tell y'all what's going on if you're just coming to the stream. So I was going to originally do some modeling on Blockbench, 3D modeling on Blockbench, while also watching all these showcases. However, I couldn't make the Blockbench window and the viewing window work really well. So even though I haven't been accepted for a job yet, I'm preemptively sorting through some stuff. Like I'm starting with all my video games. And just in case I do get accepted for a job, then maybe I can maybe get some of this, and just in case I do get accepted for a job and I have to move, then maybe I can go ahead and have some of this stuff sorted. If you are just coming in, though, you missed the reveal of my giant stack of Final Fantasy games. All my games are sorted by console, except for the Final Fantasies. Those are actually, they have their own half of a shelf, all to themselves. So yeah, okay, this is not a game that I should keep or sell. This is a game that I should find some way to lock away in a vault. Hide it underground. Konami Crazy Racers. I could probably... Most of the GBA games, I do like my Retron, but for most GBA games, now that I have a system that actually let me run an emulator, it's actually more efficient for me to use to get ROMs for these GBA games. Gross. Very gross. I will keep, however, okay, this copy... This is a fan translated copy of Super Robot Wars J for the Game Boy Advance. This I will keep. Because this is also one thing I'd like to play on the channel at some point. This is like a this is like a GBC version of Donkey Kong. I'd like to sell this, but I can't because it doesn't have actually the cartridge art on it.
An atmospheric action adventure game coming in 2026.
Maybe I'll hide it as sell it as on eBay as a mystery game.
Into the black and white world of rubber hose animation with Mouse PI for Hire.
Ooh, yes. I've been following this game. I've been following this game for some time. This game looks really nice.
And the reveal of a familiar voice.
Okay.
There's something rotten at the heart of Mouseburg.
Yeah, this game looks really nice.
Detective Pepper's in the house.
There are those who have been to their will.
Dumb wise guy.
This is actually an NES copy. of the game Sweet Home, that one game that like inspired the original Resident Evil. I was gonna play this on stream at some point, but this is a reproduction cart and it actually doesn't work with the Retron. Yeah, this doesn't work with the Retron, so might as well sell that.
Another roll for Troy Baker. All right, that's not all from play
I mean, you
side.
say that was like that's
The
surprising, but
announcement of
Troy
another
Baker is
ambitious project from
potentially
this
in
new
every
big
single video
Australian
game.
developer. We've been talking
Even
about
video
for a
games he's
while
not
about
in.
this project, which builds on their recent
Okay,
launches of Kill
what is
Knight
this?
and Age of Darkness. But this takes things to a whole new level. It's a
Okay.
premium real-time strategy game built for PC based on one of the most iconic fantasy franchises in the world. Any guesses? Let's take a look.
Space Sheriff Jabon? Space Sheriff Gavon? Jabon is not Space Sheriff. Jabon is a different one. Oh no, it's like Game of Thrones. So this is an original DS copy of Dragon Quest IX. I love Dragon Quest IX, but I feel like if I'm gonna I found a working DS emulator though, so yeah, I found a working DS emulator. So, well, actually, I need to get a working DS emulator. I have a working 3DS emulator, so I'm probably will sell this copy of Dragon Quest IX. I do want to play this game on the channel at some point, but it would probably work better. But I don't have a way to run it. I don't have a way to like physically run DS games.
This is your legacy.
Okay. Okay, here's another DS game, but I will actually keep this one. This is actually the very first Super Robot Wars game I played. It's Super Robot Ties in OG Saga Endless Frontier. This is an RPG that this is an RPG I want to play on the channel at some point because it is really ridiculous. It is both in its gameplay and its characters and its story. It is ridiculous. So I would have to play it on DS emulator because again I don't have a way to play it. I don't have a way to play it physically on stream, but we'll definitely play this. I'm gonna keep this copy of it just because this is one of those games I'd like to have. This has an emotional. This is a game I love so much that I want to keep a physical copy of it.
All right, now it is time for the global reveal of an FPS action-adventure RPG.
Okay. Okay. Fire Emblem Awakening. I do have a way to play. I have a way to play 3DS games on the channel now. Is that a fish? Oh, it's a whale. Do I want to keep? But do I? So I do want to play this on the channel, but this is another thing where I'd have to play it through an emulator. So I might keep. Yeah, I'll keep this copy of Fire Emblem Awakening. I do really like Fire Emblem Awakening. Oh, it's Atomic Heart. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, shoot. No, you're not gonna get me DMCA, dang it. No way. Oh, gosh. Normally, I don't mind clean music, but in these sorts of events, hearing that song elicited a panic in me. So, okay, I really like both Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Pokemon Moon. However, it's another case where if I want to play these on the channel, I'd have to get I'd have to get emulate ROMs for them because I couldn't. I'd have to get ROMs for them because there's no way for me to physically play these on the channel. So I think I will sell those. Ooh. Another obscure RPG. You might have noticed most of the DS and 3DS games I kept are like obscure RPGs that nobody else knows about. Sleepless probably does. I'm willing to bet if anyone here knows this game, Sleepless has probably played Radiant Historia. Do I want to keep that though? Hmm. This is again, it's a 3DS game, so if I want, and I do want to play on the channel, but if I do, I'm gonna have to get the ROM version of it. So I might sell that. Yeah. Okay, is the song done? Song done? Okay, there. Sure. All right.
That's right.
Now on.
Atomic Heart 2 is an active
Now
development
on
at Munfish
to
on
all the
Unreal
Switch
5,
games.
a spiritual successor to the first
Can you
game
tell?
of a retro-futuristic world on a global scale.
Can you
This time
tell?
there's a
I
greater
like
emphasis
my
on
Switch.
RPG elements and player freedom. But that, believe it or not, is not all from Munfish today.
You can't even see them. This isn't even all of them because I've already gone through some of them.
Is it recording?
Because there's other games like these Capcom collections. There's other games like these Capcom collections and Trails to Azure that I have over here. Oh, a big cube. Oh, finally, the Rubik's Cube. A game with the Rubik's Cube world. Okay, so
You know, I felt that same fear though.
yeah, I'll keep Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. I want to replay. I think I do want to replay this on the channel at some point because of how scuffed these streams. For okay. For a second there, I honestly thought she was like a new character from Mortal Kombat. Just because of how like her not just her outfit, not her outfit, but the fact that her outfit was all one color, and the ninja mask.
And we've only just started to see it.
Brad Shikari says those are rookie numbers. I probably have the same now. Lol. Oh, hey, Brad Shikari. So yeah, the Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. I mean, I just really love Thousand Year Door, so I'll keep this. Let's see. Rune Factory 4 Special. So, this is a... Oh, okay, that was a cool mask. This is... The Cube. Wait, there's an Atomic Heart universe now?
Cute little guy. The Cube is yet another new
He's
project
talking
from
about the Cube.
Munfish, an MMORPG shooter set in the Atomic universe on a massive
Someone was really excited for that MMO.
where the edges are
But
constantly
yeah,
rotating to create
Rune Factory 4, this is a game, this is one of my younger brother's favorite games, and he's constantly told me how much fun he is. Ooh, okay, wait, hold on, this is exciting. Okay, this announcement is actually one of the ones I was spoiled on before, so...
With multiplayer fun for up to 4 players. You can pick
Yeah,
between
Rune Factory
15
4, I do
local
want to play on the
characters to
channel,
play,
like
but
that,
so
so...
far, only 7 have been revealed. Well, now it's time to meet the next 2.
I'm seated with full attention for this. Yes! She-Hulk! Fuck! She-Hulk in a Marvel game! And she's huge! She's... They didn't wimp out and just make her look like a supermodel with some muscles. No, they actually made her... They made her a full-on muscle mommy, and I am here for it. Thank God. Yeah, day one purchase for me now. I mean, this was already a game I was really liking, but now it's a day one purchase. Love that. Yeah, that was one of the things... Oh, it's Capcom, okay. Oh, this is the Unimusha game. But yeah, that Cosmic Invasion thing was already spoiled for me, but I am so happy that She-Hulk is in that game. Oh yeah, this is one of the Persona games I wanted to play. Strikers. Dang, Miyamoto Musashi with the grappler moves. So yeah, Persona 5 Strikers I will keep. Zero ZX Legacy Collection. I think I actually have... I actually have 2 copies of this. Oh, hold on. The other copy of this collection is down at the bottom of this one stack. Hold on. Is that Sasaki Kojiro? Yeah, that's definitely Sasaki Kojiro. I don't. Okay, so slight tangent. I don't know what it is, but I know about the whole Miyamoto Musashi Sasaki Kojiro rivalry through a couple manga and anime. There's like between this and another manga I'm reading, there is something they've really like built. They really started building up like the whole almost gay shipping between Miyamoto and Sasaki, but like making Sasaki like a really young like gay yandere for Miyamoto. Musashi. It's odd. Well, it's not odd. Happy for them. Ship who you want to ship. You want to make historical characters gay. You want to make historical characters gay in your fiction. Go right ahead. But it is a little interesting that it's happened twice now. Oh, hello. That is a game I want to get, but I do feel like I should play some. But that's not really a high priority game for me right now.
It is coming in 2026 and will be played.
So I have 2 copies of Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection. I'll sell one. I'll keep the other because I do want to play all these games on stream.
And this next project is one I've been tracking for
as a fellow Muppet, like the one thing Jeff and I agree on is that we both like Muppets.
To create an insane digital puppet.
Okay, Dawn of the Monsters, keeping that.
It's actually a thing. What you're about to see is running completely in real time and Unreal.
River City Girls 1 and 2, gotta keep those.
Here is an unexpected new game announcement that combines comedic storytelling and arcade fighting action. Check this out.
Okay. Oh, dang, this looks incredible. Is this a puppet boxing game? Okay. If this is an actual puppet boxing game rendered like this, this is amazing.
Why are you even here? Don't waste my time.
Save us, Frosty, or we'll die.
God.
Attaboy. Attaboy. Eat bread, crap, burnt toast, carb load. This mate ain't gonna beat itself. I've been taking dumps in there all day. Jeff.
Oh my gosh, puppet with punch out with puppets is great. I mentioned in a previous stream that there's actually like I mentioned in a couple of previous streams that there's like a bunch of there's been like a surge in indie made boxing games. Yeah, that's really cool.
Super fun. Gotta wish list that, right? All right. Well, next is
that is really cool.
Of a brand new game in Deception.
Okay, Disgaea 6 and 7, like those. Ratchet Carey says this game is being made in Unreal Engine 5. Unreal Engine 5 is actually a very versatile engine if you know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, and if you're not trying to make, and if you're trying to make your game look unique. If you're trying to make, if you know what you're doing and you're trying to make your game look unique, Unreal Engine 5 is a very versatile engine. Okay, Nier Automata, gotta keep that. Let's see. Octopath Traveler 2, gotta keep that. Atelier Ryze, yes. Interesting.
In plain sight. Kill someone, and a clue will remain. Hair, fingerprints, blood, clothes.
Bloodstain, gotta keep that. Metroid Dread, yes. Metroid Prime Remastered, yes. Keeping all those.
Guilty will eventually come to light. Wolves win by killing every lamb. Lambs win by booting out every wolf. Such simple rules. But there's so much more to this game of murderous mystery. Complete quests to level up. Buy items with the gold you earn. Loot chests for weapons and
so it's like,
steal items, blow up
okay, it does look kind of interesting.
place traps. Discover one of your own is a wolf. Is killing not to your taste? Then you'd better escape the castle.
I might actually sell off Monster Hunter Rise. Yeah, I might sell off Monster Hunter Rise. I've just haven't really had much interest in playing it after the first time playing it. After a couple times I tried it on stream. Okay. Dragon Quest III Remake, gotta keep that.
Using social deduction skills to win.
Hold on, let me actually
It's
stack.
hard to believe this next game was first announced at TGA in 2021. I know it's been a while.
What?
Their recent tech tests prove that some things.
Okay, Dragon Quest III Remake, gotta keep that.
I'm of course talking about Arc Raiders. This is one of the
Dragon Quest XI, yeah, gonna keep that.
And we're excited to share a new trailer which will tell you more
Dragon's
about the
Dogma.
mystery surrounding the world of
I might
Spark
sell that.
and the
Yeah.
long-awaited launch date coming later this
I might go
year.
ahead and sell that
From
one.
Embark Studios, here's the world
Fire
premiere
Emblem
of the
Engage, I'll
release
keep
date
that
trailer
one.
For Arc Raiders.
Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, we'll keep that one. Let's see. Gundam Breaker 4, Hades, yes. Kamen Rider Memory of Heroes, well, no one's gonna accept this because it's not the English copy of a game, or the American copy of a game, it's like a Southeast Asian copy of the game, so kinda gotta keep that one. And it's a Kamen Rider game, so even if I... so gotta keep that. Let's see. Indivisible. This is another game I've wanted to play on the streams for some time, but just haven't found the right time. Partially, like, I backed this game on Kickstarter, but it had such a sad release story happen to it. What happened to it? Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Live Alive, Mario and Luigi Brothership, Neo: The World of the View. Those are all gonna keep all those.
Here, you are in control.
Pokemon Scarlet, Pokemon Shield, and Pokemon Violet. I'll keep Pokemon Shield, because I actually do like the region in Pokemon Shield. Yeah, I do really like the region and the characters in Pokemon Shield, so I'll keep that one. Okay, I don't need both Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. I will probably keep... I have been meaning to play, like, I would like to at some point go back through this game, maybe replay it and play the DLC for it. I think I'll keep Violet. I don't really need both versions, so...
you can finally step onto the world of Arrakis yourself.
Yeah, I'll keep Pokemon Violet.
The survival and MMO genres with a thrilling cinematic
Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth.
in just a few days on June 10th.
I tried this on stream before. I didn't finish it. I'd need to restart it at this point. I did like what I played, so I think I will keep that one. Let's see, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, want to keep that. I do want to keep that one. Super Mario Odyssey. I do like this game. I'm not sure if I'd be interested in playing it again. Yeah, I'll keep that one. It was a lot of fun. Super Mario RPG, I'll go ahead and sell that one off. Super Mario RPG was fun, but compared to the Mario and Luigi series and the two Paper Mario games I played, I think overall I just think that the Super Mario RPG is the least interesting of the different Mario RPG sub-series. Super Robot Wars 30, T, and V, I gotta keep these. Because of how much I've subjected y'all to Super Robot Wars on streams, and how much I am going to subject y'all to Super Robot Wars with my streams, I am legally required to never sell a Super Robot Wars game that I own. I have to keep it. Smash Bros. Ultimate, gonna keep that. Trails from Zero, definitely gonna keep that. Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, yeah. I want to replay through Breath of the Wild and then fully play through Tears of the Kingdom on stream at some point, so definitely gonna keep those. Unicorn, yeah, keeping Unicorn Overlord. This is a game, not anytime soon, but this is a game that would be fun to replay through. Yeah, you might know, yeah, as far as like the games I'm keeping, it's really basically like, okay, if I've played through it, if I've played through it, do I want to play? Would I be interested in playing through it again? Gotta keep all the Xenoblades I have, because eventually I'm gonna play through those. I can't really sell this copy of Princess Peach Showtime because I accidentally bought the Japanese copy, so I cannot sell this, and I would like to play it on the streams at some point. Sea of Stars, can't sell that. I do still need to play Shadowverse on the channel, so can't sell that. Oh, gotta keep the Shantaes. Gotta keep Shantae and the Seven Sirens and Shantae and the Half Genie Hero, gotta keep those. Shin Megami Tensei 5, gotta keep that. Super Mario 3D World, gotta keep that. So, I'm really only gonna sell off about 5 Switch games from that massive stack of games.
I saw my world fall to ash, consumed by the void.
Okay, now time for the PS4 games. Well, PS4 and PS3, PS4, PS5. Besides the Final Fantasies. Okay. Let's see.
Some say time stops for no one.
More PS4 and PS5 games.
Living nor dead.
And you know what? Just for added thing, let me go ahead and stack the Xbox games I have on top of here as well.
Yet what then of those who deigned to turn
These.
the hands of fate?
So, I'm sorry, I'm going to pause this for just a second. Ace Core says, it just feels like Night Rain. You do have a good point there. Okay, I'm just going to take a second here. Okay, I'm going to rearrange this for a second. So these are like, all these like cases here, these are all like my PS4, PS5, and PS3 games, besides the ones I've already gone through. There's like a couple I've gone through, like all my Final Fantasy games, which those I'm going to keep. So, that's all of these. This is how many Xbox 360, Xbox One games I have physically. I have less Xbox 360. I have less games physically for my Xbox than I did for a Game Boy Advance. The Xbox is it's really my system for playing games from previous systems that I can't find anywhere else. Okay, so as for which of these to keep,
where your journey awaits.
Which of these to keep? So, I'm sorry, I'm going to pause it again because each of these is special. I have the PS3 and Xbox 360 version of Anarchy Reigns. I'm going to keep both. This is a game I've been meaning to play on the channel for a long time. And then also, I have teased this Phantasy Star Universe. This is also a game I will definitely play on this is going to be like a special one because this is a game I both love and am completely confused about. It is one of the most 2000s, one of the most 2000s anime games I've played. And I'm specifically, this is supposed to be like a console MMO. I've only played the single player story, which there is on this. So gotta keep that. That's actually the sole reason I have my Xbox 360, is to play that. Yeah, I still have my Xbox 360 just to play that copy of the game. Although I might have to sell... Well, I can't sell the Xbox 360. It's so broken, no one will take it. Okay, Deus Ex Human Revolution. I also have this on PC. You know, I will sell this because I also have this on PC. Yeah, I also have that on PC, so in case I'd ever want to replay Deus Ex Human Revolution, I just get it on PC. I just reload my PC version. I don't have Red Dead Redemption 1 or 2. I have Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare. I might actually sell that. Fallout 4. I do have the PC version of this. I might keep this because I do really like Fallout 4.
Don't come
Okay, jeez. Why does everyone say that whenever I talk about Fallout 4?
A stunning new Metroidvania platformer that has a demo on Steam you can play.
I might,
right now
yeah, I
at the
might
start
actually
of
sell
next
Jedi
fest.
Survivor.
What you're about to see next is a stop-motion co-op platform.
Jedi Survivor was a lot of
Everything has
fun.
been
I just
crafted
don't
by
really
hand.
have interest in
It's called
anything
Out of
Star
Words,
Wars related.
and I'm honored to show it to you today.
I just, yeah, besides specifically classic Star Wars Battlefront 2, which I would like to play, just do a special playthrough of that on the channel at some point. I don't really have any interest in, like, anything Star Wars related. Okay, One Piece Odyssey, gotta keep that. Let me see, Resident Evil 2, yes, I'll keep that. Resident Evil 2 Remake, I'll keep that. I did play Resident Evil 3 Remake in my own spare time, not on the channel, but
We can't. Come on, follow me.
I might sell this one. It was okay. Resident Evil 4 Remake, definitely gonna keep that. This is my favorite Resident Evil game.
What a really unique
Returnal, gotta keep that.
This
So I can
August
play a
sees
little
the
bit more.
release of Mafia: The Old Country, the next entry in the acclaimed Mafia franchise.
Oh yeah.
From the team at Hangar
Be
13.
careful about
It's a
2K
game
games, by the way. They might be
brutal underworld
spyware.
of 1900 Sicily. Here is the Summer Game Fest trailer.
For those who don't know, for those who don't know, actually, I'll go and play this. Sorry for the pausing. For those who don't know, recently, in the past few days, 2K put a lot of the the Borderlands games on sale. Like you can get Borderlands 2 for free now, 100% for free on Steam, and you can get Borderlands 3 for like $3. You might want to not do that though, because at the same time that happened, people found there was a new update released for those games, and people found out that 2K and Take-Two have added spyware for their games to spy on your spy on your private information if you get those games. So if you go onto Steam right now, you will see that some of the most all the Borderlands games are horribly review bombed. Hey, Scourge says, "Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that."
This is an opportunity. Do you wish to commit to this family?
Which Take-Two and 2K deciding to do that right before two big releases, Mafia: The Old Country and Borderlands 4. That is an interesting choice to advertise your upcoming games. They're also about to release GTA 6, but GTA 6, I mean, that's going to sell millions regardless.
We can choose who we are.
That game could actually be just an empty case. Every single case of that could be an empty case with no game inside it, and it would still sell millions because it's Grand Theft Auto.
Just wait till you see this next game. Lego Voyagers captures the creative spirit.
I see what you did there. I can't really. Someone do the rim shot. The rim shot. I can't really reach. Oh, okay, well here I'll see if I can do it. Jeez. Okay, where is that? There we go. Huh. Okay, the sound didn't play, but thank you for playing. Thank you for playing that, Detective Hardick. I don't know why it didn't actually play the sound. Let me try it. Yeah, okay, it didn't play. Great, okay, so the sound alerts aren't working. Wonderful. Gosh dang it. Detective Hardick says, I heard it both times. Okay, that's good. I guess it's just something with my sound system then. So whatever's affecting the Elgato, and causing it to where I can't hear sound on streams is also affecting the sound alerts. A Scorcher says, Detective, I've seen Chilled play Guilty as Sock. This was wild. I've seen some people play that as well. That game is very fun it's very fun to watch people play. Yeah, that game is very fun to watch people play. Okay, so, City Shrouded in Shadow. Can't sell this. This is a Japanese copy of the game. So, this is only an okay game, but I'm stuck with it now. Hello.
I'm Carolyn Lawrence, voice actor for a few familiar faces you might have grown up with.
Escorts
on
is such a silly game.
Some with squirrel suits, thank you. Some with science smarts, and some with serious attitude. Nickelodeon has
Okay, Mass Effect
always
Legendary
built
Collection.
wild
Gotta keep
worlds
this
and
so that
weird
I can eventually
characters.
play these games
And
on
while
stream.
I'm mostly sworn to secrecy today, I am thrilled to have a hand
See,
in revealing
Metal Gear
something
Solid
that
Collection.
brings
Gotta
along
keep
those
this.
characters together like never before. I hope you enjoy the first look at Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny. Yeehaw!
Oh, okay, so she's the voice of Sandy. Wait, is that does that mean a Nicktoons D&D game?
A great evil would emerge. However, a brave
Is that Timmy Turner narrating a D&D campaign?
and ridiculously handsome wizard would call upon his magic powers to summon the most ferocious, most awesome, most totally badass
Well, SpongeBob is known for his penchant for violence.
ever seen.
Rashy Carey says no. Dang it, that would be... Mark says, Ace and a few of us played the sock game already. The devs are adding new stuff in pretty quickly. That looks like a game that is just really fun with friends. Just... But I'll have to go and watch y'all. I'll have to go and watch y'all streams. If y'all streamed it, I'll have to go and watch y'all streams of that. On a side note, if you haven't already, make sure to go follow Detective Hardick and Ace Scorcher. They both do amazing streams.
Overture is a DLC expansion to Liza P.
See, I'm also kind of stuck with this game because this is another game that I consider kind of okay, but I'm kind of stuck with it because I can't. It's not. It's a Southeast Asia version, so can't sell it. Disco Elysium I'll keep because I would... The situation with Disco Elysium is sad. Like, I actually, if you wanted this game now, I would recommend... The devs themselves recommend emulating it because they were kicked out of the company. They were kicked out of their own company. But I might play this on stream at some point. Tavark says, man, I wish I liked Disco Elysium. I'm actually... You know, Detective, I'm actually not surprised you don't. I'm not surprised you don't like Disco Elysium. It doesn't seem... Yeah, I'm not... Huh. I see that Pinocchio's got now Virgil hair. Or Dante hair. Okay, Soul Calibur 6. Gotta keep this for when I, Gotta keep this for future Brawler Nothings. Let's see. Got a crocodile? Eva Hark says, I started the game, woke up in the apartment, and walked around a bit, and got annoyed by the narrator and turned off. That is actually exactly what I would figure you would say in regards to why you didn't like this game. Or why you didn't like Disco Elysium. Ace Scorcher says, yes, bro, we're going to have to get you to play this.
Yes, that's right.
I do really want to play Lies of P at some point.
All platforms to play, so enjoy it this weekend. All right.
Also, yeah, nice that DLC released. But yeah, I do want to play Lies of P at some point. Okay, Los Caballeros del Zodiaco Alma de Soldados. I do want to play this at some point. Or, no, excuse me. I can't really...
I think you might get a kick out of this announcement.
Ace Scorcher says, oh, I meant the sock game. That would be pretty fun. Yeah, I can't really get rid of Los Caballeros del Zodiaco Alma de Soldados because it's the Spanish version. Arc says Neo 3 has a new feature just for Ace Scorcher. Oh boy. Ace Scorcher says, but I meant Liza P. Sure, go for it. I do really... If I can finally move, and if things can finally settle down, I would really love to do more collab streams. I just like things to freaking settle down for a little bit. Yeah, I can't really get rid of this game. It's the Spanish version. No one would take it. Oh boy.
The garden is lush in the rain.
Finally, the onslaught of horror farming games is here. I've seen people that have actually been wanting like horror farming games for some time. So Okay, I actually do have to keep this collection just because the Dark Souls games are like perfect games for future Dying for Life events. Same with all the Neo games, all the Dark Souls games. Those are all games I'm gonna try at some point for different Dying for Life events.
Expanding its Blade and Soul universe, let's take a look at the rich lore and dynamic action in Blade and Soul Neo, just out on Steam, and Blade and Soul Heroes coming soon.
Ted Hark says, I want reverse Doki Doki Literature Club horror farming where it appears scary, but it's actually wholesome. That would be nice, too. I see what you mean, Detective Hardigan. That would be nice, too. A-Score says, I almost forgot to ask, how many Yakuza games do you have, Brawl? I only have Yakuza 0 and Yakuza Kiwami. Once I move to and start a new job, I want to get all the Yakuza games for my PS5. Because I want to have more of them. Okay, Doom Slayer Collection. Well, I can't really play Doom. I'm not going to be able to play any Doom for the time being because of that ban against Microsoft games I have, or Microsoft-owned series that I have. So, I do really like Doom. I do really like Bethesda Doom, though. Why are you shooting the tigers? What did those tigers do to you? I might actually sell that. Okay, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Boros? From One Punch Man? I can't believe I actually remember this guy from One Punch Man. Do I want to keep Dragon Ball Z Kakarot? This game will keep getting updates long beyond the heat death of the universe. Between this and Overwatch, it is a little odd how many different games are having One Punch Man collaborations instead of us getting like a One Punch Man game. I guess this is just. I guess they just felt that like this would be a better. I guess just Bandai Namco felt this would be easier than just taking the effort to make a new game. Detective Hark says, Ace, I think we basically have a full squad for undercover gas station aliens at this point. That sounds awesome. Okay, also sorry, I probably shouldn't have read y'all's message. A message that was directed at someone. I apologize. Ew, 7 deadly sins. Get that off the screen. Go. Get out of here. Get out of here. Shoot. Go back, you third-rate fairy tale. Seven Hearts says, if you want to see, it's called Roadside Research. It was announced a couple days ago. Ooh, I will check that out, yeah. Ace Scorcher says, this fucking gas station ain't gonna last at all. No gas station does. I'm gonna reach around here. Detective Hark says, I will make this station work, Ace. You know, I will say, even though I'm not interested in all of this because I don't like 7 Deadly Sins, I will say, it is nice to see that we're getting like new big budget action RPGs for all these anime series. Ted Hark says, just don't get caught by the government. Just don't get caught by the government. Well, honestly, right now that's just good general knowledge. That's just good general advice. Not that I am encouraging anything illegal. I'm just saying. Hello, Witcher 4. Brashikir says, fun fact, I have a Saitama coffee mug. Yes, it does pack a punch. Ah, that's fun. Good one. Oh, okay, State of Unreal.
This is a technological showcase set in the world.
See, do I want to keep Dragon Ball Z Kakarot?
Fully integrated into Unreal Engine.
You're seeing me live in real time.
Squid Game.
There have been a lot of DLCs for this.
Serious contender for Game of the Year.
But I'm not sure if I'd actually be. Did I have Hark says, man, Claire Obscure was so good. Gosh dang it. So, to no one's surprise, I haven't gotten to play Claire Obscure yet, but I do really want to. It's just that around the same time Clair Obscur released, like if I remember correctly, it was like the weekend before, or the weekend of Clair Obscur got released was when I got told to resign.
Unleashed genetic power across continents. Now it is
That
up to
I'm
us
building up a list of things that I have wanted to. I'm building up a list of things that I want to put, that I want to buy with my first paycheck from a new job, and I don't even know what job I have yet. Escort says Claire is so much fun. I know I'm gonna really like it. Alright. Sorry, there's a bit of static in my audio. Tevhark says, this is my game. I'm so excited. The dinos can have babies finally. I have some very sad news. I have some very sad news. If you go on the Steam page, the devs do admit that they actually made this game with using generative AI for the scientist portraits. If you're okay with that, enjoy the game. If you're not, I'm sorry to break this to you. Tevhark says, which is a bizarre use. It really is, yeah, because I mean, you could just like, it can't be hard to make portraits for people. Like, I was able to make sprite portraits in, like, a few weeks, so... Tevhark says, just, like, take a picture of a dev. That's also an option. Or just, again, contract an artist and have them make... You don't even need, like, unique designs. Just put someone in a lab coat. Just put someone in a lab coat.
Hi, I'm Celia from Yacht Club Games.
Hi, Celia. Acer is such a weird choice. But yeah, again, if you're still okay with playing the game with that, absolutely fine. I hope the game is good. If that does bother you like me, then yeah, just wanted to make you aware of that. Acer says, contract an artist, but that costs money, bro. Yeah, and imagine paying someone for their work. I gotta keep Dragon's Crown Pro. I really love. I gotta keep Dragon Crown Pro. It's a D&D beat 'em up. That is, I love that. It's a D&D beat 'em up with a really buff Amazon girl in it. I gotta keep it.
A decade ago,
I am also legally required to keep that game, just because of multiple different things.
We're bringing our next bona fide classic.
Oh, is this Mina the Hollower? Ooh, yes! This game looks really good. Like 2D Zelda mixed with Castlevania, and they themselves have said that they're gonna like Yacht Club Games themselves have said that they're gonna like up the horror in this game. Like they're gonna actually have a bit of focus on the horror aspect of this game. Yeah, this looks really good. Stark says Rapsylvania. Man, it is both a great time and an awful time if you're a Castlevania fan. It's a great time because Bloodstained 2 was announced just a few days ago, which is awesome. This is announced, which is awesome. It's also a bad time because still Konami refuses to do anything with Castlevania besides release the games in like collections.
All right, this is a special one. Our next game comes from a well-known developer that has done. Yeah. Oh, Kyle Bossman, everyone.
Is it a Kojima game?
Final boss.
I gotta keep Tales of Arise because I want to replay this on channel at some point. Ah, dang it.
Oh. Hey, Jeffy. If you're reading this, it means
Earth Defense Force 5. I gotta keep this one.
Number 1.
Sam Hark says, look, Konami refuses to do anything with Silent Hill for 84 years.
Your oodles of totally natural charisma. Debatable. B, I'm at your house playing long darts with the fam. And 3, you're gonna do me a solid and skip that. Side
note, I hope that new Silent Hill F is good. There's a couple, I'm gonna try to play other Silent Hill games before I get to that. Like, I really want to play Silent Hill 2 and 3 before I get to F. But, what the heck is this? A scores, even though Team Silent ain't around for.
Handcrafted with cuddles by the Merc with a meta quest. Kick back and bask in the glory.
Skip. Oh boy, a Deadpool game in VR. Skip. I don't give a damn.
And I get this shit.
With Neil Patrick Harris as Deadpool. All right. Next year at Games.
We actually have like a pretty great run of upcoming. We have a pretty great run of like upcoming Marvel games between between Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls and Marvel Rivals, which is still getting content, which is still getting stuff released. Marvel Rivals still getting characters added to it and getting good support, and that Marvel Cosmic Invasion, Which if you weren't here for it, I did mark out when She-Hulk was announced for Marvel Cosmic Invasion. And I am also now legally required to buy that game. And I will do so happily.
What can you tell me about
Ted Hark says the only real announcement that's Neil Patrick Harris is Deadpool, which is cool. But I don't have a VR thing. I don't really have an interest in VR, and Deadpool's style of humor never really interested me. So,
God only knows what the Baron's planning to do with those monsters.
but yeah, Marvel Cosmic Invasion and Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls both look really good. Which Detective Heartache says, just wait for She-Hulk and Tokon. Detective Heartache, you joke. I have four prayer circles in the room nearby. One of them's for She-Hulk and Marvel Rivals. One of them's for Nightcrawler and Marvel Rivals. And then I just had to add two the other day to add Nightcrawler and She-Hulk in Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. If they are in there, I will be so happy. Hey, Scorcher says prayer circles, lol. Also, I hope they're added soon. Like before, I hope they're like announced soon before I have to hopefully get hired for a new job and have to move. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to clean those up, and otherwise I'm gonna have to clear those up, or else like the new people buying the house will wonder why there are prayer circles in when like one of these rooms just empty full of prayer circles. Devin Hart says, "Look, MVC died, so Tokon could live to get 95 DLC characters. It won't even need. Actually, it will. Guilty Gear and like Arxis have been fine about DLC, and we will we're actually more likely to get 95 base game characters. Because it is a 4v4 tag fighter, you need to have a really big roster of characters at launch to make that work. So we might finally have a contender for Smash Bros. Ultimate's like 60 to 80 character roster. Arxis saw that, and then they got the announcement that they were to make a Marvel game. We're like, finally, we can challenge the throne. Although, okay, another thing about Marvel Tokon I'm excited for, and I'd mentioned this like when I watched the State of Play on stream on Thursday. Arxis is a really they're a really as far as like their quite a few of their games, they're very progressive with their games. Like Guilty Gear Strive has like non-binary has a couple of characters, like one of is non-binary, one of whom is transgender, and then like I believe a few that are homosexual. So I am very excited for with Marvel Tokon for Arxis to just dive into like the hundreds of Marvel characters there are out there, and just find some character that Marvel had released like one comic for back in 2002, and they're going to turn that character into a gay or transgender icon and make them the coolest character. And I am excited for that. Earth Defense Force 5, got to keep that. It's Earth Defense Force, got to keep it. Yeah, I am. Arxis has said they're going to add some characters that have never been in a Marvel game before, that have never been in a Marvel fighting game before. I'm excited to see what they do. Rashi Carey says, and Bosco in Monster Hunter Wilds. I think I can sell Unit Chronicle.
It's the pigs, darling. Shit.
So many games want to be Life is Strange. Detective Hark says, Tokon will finally address the weird X-Men poly situation with Wolverine, Jean, and Cyclops. What if they add? Okay, so some tag fighting games, like the King of Fighters games, have they allow you to mix and match characters to make teams, but they also have like canon teams. What if they make a canon and they give those teams names? What if they make a freaking team that is the Polycule team? All four people on this team are dating. That would be great. Okay, Unit Chronicle. I think I can sell that. I had my fun with that, but I'm not really interested in returning to it. I forgot I still have this game. Oh shoot, dang it, wait. Fuck, I forgot that that was playing like 80s music. Damn it. I was so excited talking about Marvel Tokon that I completely missed that trailer. Dark says if you got the whole Kuel on one team, they tag it like, hey sweetie, I'll take it from here. That'd be hilarious. Dang it. Okay, we might actually Darn it. Darn you 80s nostalgia! You foiled... Once again, you foiled me! I don't even get a lot of your references. I was born like almost 20 years... I was born almost 10 years after the 80s. The Tower says, oh, this game. I think I did see a little bit about this game, that it's like some sort of MOBA game, or like team... Okay, no, it's like some sort of MOBA, or like, well, it's like this. Detective Hart says it's anime Hades. Detective, I'm gonna quote a moment from Batman Beyond and say, do you have the slightest idea of how little that narrows it down?
The surge of power. Savor each moment.
Detective Hart is fair. Which, I mean, not knocking it. It does look really nice. And I'm actually one of the people who does not mind all the anime-looking games. Do I want to keep Tales of Berseria? I fully played through it. Do I want to keep it? On the other hand, if I sell this game, Sleepless could find me. There's a chance that Sleepless would find me and hurt me. But I don't really know if I'd ever play this again.
And the guardians of the sacred tree.
Game, do you have an idea how little that narrows it down? Every tree is sacred in video games. I think I might actually sell that now. It was a fun time. I had my fun with Tales of Berseria, but I don't really think I want to... Not really interested in playing it again. Ted Mark says, that's a Dragon Quest-ass game title. You're so right.
Indonesia. With the help of 9 of his friends, he's built an intense action beat-em-up with brutal...
Okay, Jeff, you said it's a solo dev, but then you said he built it with 9 of his friends. So did he build? Were there 10 people working on this?
Hand-to-hand combat set in his hometown.
I gotta keep Trials of Mana because I do need to play that on the channel at some point. It was because of people's choice. I actually do know about this game. I've been interested in this for some time. Mark says Jeff counts in Canadian. I've been interested in this game because it looks very much like one of my favorite action movies, The Raid. And it looks very influenced by the movie The Raid. And it looks like a very, like, brutal beat-em-up, so... okay, Yakuza 0 and Yakuza Kiwami, gotta keep these. I do want to play Yakuza 0. I want to play through, like, some of the minigames, like the Cabaret Club and other stuff on the channel at some point. Yakuza Kiwami, I'm gonna keep this for now, just so that at some point I could say, hey, I have all the Yakuza games. Don't worry, all these games that all these games that I am putting off screen, don't worry, I'm tossing them, but my bed is right next to me, so they are landing safe. They are landing safely. There is no game being harmed. There is no game being harmed in the production of this stream, except for some of these games being harmed by their own trailers or by the people presenting them. We'll see one of those because I was spoiled on that a little bit from now. Gotta keep Zone of the Enders' Second Runner Mars. That's also a game I want to replay on the channel. Currently, my bed is just covered in games.
Amazing what these solo devs can do today. Now it is time for
again. You said he had 9 friends helping.
The makers of TMNT Shredder's Revenge and Marvel
Ooh.
Cosmic Invasion, which you saw a little bit earlier.
Okay.
If you're like me, you've been waiting for more than a decade for this reveal.
Tribute games making more games is good. I mean, I've loved tribute games work on Shredder's Revenge. The vegans, the robots, oh, those dastardly vegans. The gangs being robots, demons, and vegans is funny. Please tell... Oh, it's a Scott Pilgrim game. Please tell me the vegans have, like, plant magic. I don't really know anything about Scott Pilgrim, but tribute games make good beat-em-ups, so... I might be interested in that. Detective Art says, the worst part is most solo devs that get these types of things aren't solo. They wind up outsourcing stuff heavily. Yeah, because, I mean, It costs a lot of money to have your game showcased at the Summer Games Fest. Not the smaller ones. Yeah, not the smaller, not the smaller events like Day of the Devs and like the other ones we'll be watching, but at the big main stage event. Technoheart says it's rare. Sorry, I gotta pause it. Technoheart says it's rare for someone to be able to code in art. You know, I'll just play it. Someone to code in art and music and write all by themselves. Absolutely. I've mentioned that I'm looking into develop my own video games, and while I'm saying that I'm gonna have to make most of it by myself, I'm gonna have to design all the assets. Everything that I can do myself, I'm gonna try. But there's no way I'm gonna be able to do everything. Like I'm already considering like artists that I can hire to make concept art because I can't. If I want good quality concept art, I can draw. I can draw but I can't draw well. And there's going to be a lot of things that need to be drawn for this. And music, well, I know some music, and I know some good artists and some good musicians that I've liked to work with, that I wanted to work with, or that I would like to work with for this. So
enter the village if you dare. We've slashed the price to be lower than ever for you little man things.
Oh, is this just a Resident Evil sales?
Worry not, you ungrateful wretch.
Kudos to Maggie Robertson. She is owning. They asked her to talk like they asked her to come back and talk like Lady Dimitrescu, and she is owning it. Devin Hart says there's no shame in it either. It's just give credit where it's due. Absolutely. I'm not ashamed of this because I'm just hey, I'm gonna get to. If they're willing to work with me, then I'm gonna have to work with some really great people, and my game will look and sound better than I can make it. That is okay. This game trailer has been on for 5 seconds. That is the 5th ass shot. They know their audience, I guess. Okay, Fate Samurai Remnant. I guess I can keep that. I'll keep Fate Samurai Remnant because I'm considering selling Tales of Berseria to appease Sleepless. Ghost of Tsushima I'll keep because I would like to play through Ghost of Tsushima again. Sometime before or after Ghost of Yotei comes out.
Humankind has been obsessed with the hard.
Okay. Oh. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna get DMCA'd for this music.
Morning has dawned.
So
something that simply.
I really like Guilty Gear Strive. I do like Guilty Gear Strive, and I've wanted to play more of it on the channel. But this is the European version of Guilty Gear Strive that I have here. So I had to buy separately and download. The fuck was that? I had to buy separately and download the US version of Guilty Gear Strive. So there's no reason for me to keep this. But I can't sell it because it's the European version, and local stores won't take. Well, the stores in my area will only take the US version of games. Oh, it's Is this the James Bond game?
Come with me.
It's IOI Interactive. Oh shoot! No! Oh gosh! Oh no! Okay, save the stream there for a second. Thank goodness. Okay, Kingdom Hearts 3. When I eventually replay through all the Kingdom Hearts games, gotta play through this one. So this one stays. Jump Force. I don't know why I'm keeping this around. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna play this on stream at some point. Maybe I'm keeping this around just to preemptively. Maybe I'm keeping this around just to give myself confidence. Anytime as I'm gonna keep working on my game, and I'm gonna be, and I know every time I talk about what game dev that I'm doing, I'm saying I know it'll be really difficult. And every time I'm not sure if I can make this even work. I can just pull out Jump Force and go, okay, I can at least, if this released, I can at least release something. I'm not going to try to have half the features that this game has, or half the scope that this game has. So I can at least be better than Jump Force. Oh, okay, so it's not a James Bond game, it's just something else.
Hi everyone, I'm Hakan Abrak, CEO of IO Interactive.
Okay, gonna keep the Spider-Man games on around. I wouldn't. It'll be some time before I ever were to do this, but I wouldn't mind replaying Spider-Man, Insomniac Spider-Man 1, and I would like to play Insomniac Miles Morales.
Agent 47 will be contracted for a very special assignment in Red Rock City. This week,
Okay, now on to the.
this week we finally
Okay, there's actually 2 more PS4 games I got here. Armored Core 6. I wouldn't mind replaying Armored Core 6 on stream, especially because it has multiple endings.
But we want to make the wait more exciting. We are bringing someone into Hitman: The World of Assassination.
Okay,
who
I'm
is
interested.
very dear to the Bond universe. Let's take a look.
Oh, let me move this off screen. Off screen. Okay, that's the Paris map. I recognize. Yeah, that's the Paris map.
Your target is the elusive shadow banker, known only as Le Chiffre.
Oh, you're killing the guy from Casino Royale. That's fun. Oh, is he actually played as by Mads Mikkelsen? That's great.
At the Casino Monarchique in Paris.
That's a great little addition. Get to assassinate a James Bond villain as Agent 47.
Mr. Rengang, he's too impatient, and Miss Bai, well, she likes a drink. Don't know about the newcomer, Mr. Smith, though. He's the
So-
wild card.
Yeah, I've played through the Paris level of Hitman so much, I actually recognize every single piece of the level, of the original level, in these new areas.
Unusual name.
Names are for friends. Wouldn't you agree?
I'd considered like replaying Code Vein on stream at some point, but with Code Vein 2 coming out, and I do still have nightmares about the church level from Code Vein 1.
We know our players waited a long time for
I remember how awful that church level from Code Vein 1 was. I might actually sell that, and we'll just like get Code Vein 2 when that comes out.
right now. So
Oh, that's nice.
Why wait?
Okay, now on to the
And I
PS3
asked
games.
a fellow Danish friend to join me here as a
Okay, Anarchy Reigns gotta keep that
right,
because
everyone,
I do
Summer
want to
Game
play
Fest. Please
it on
welcome
channel at
the
some
great
point.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Hi, Mads Mikkelsen. Armored Core 5.
Thank you for joining us. and Thanks for coming to
I
Summer
think
Game
I
Fest.
really enjoyed Armored Core 6 much more than Armored Core 5, so I might actually sell that.
47's next target as Le Chiffre, the villain we
Okay,
know from
Infamous and
Casino
Infamous 2.
Yep.
Now these games are actually, at least for me, these games are kind of infamous. Haha. Because of how my game bricked, how my attempt at playing through the first one bricked, and I got soft locked. So I really don't have any interest in playing these. So just gonna sell those.
Visceral, unpredictable, and ruthless. And let's just say this time he doesn't
John
outsource
Woo's
his
Stranglehold.
violence anymore.
I do like John Woo films. I might actually go and sell that.
So this mission is set in a casino in Paris.
Mod Nation
We want to
Racers.
take an
Yeah, I
homage
can
to
sell
the,
that one.
Movie Casino Royale.
The Sly
Keep the
Collection.
surprises for our
Okay,
players. James
the
Bond
Sly
Agent
Collection
47
and
has
Sly
a
4.
very different
I'll
set of
keep
skills,
these.
and the mission will be handled in
Well,
very
Sly is
different
on. Okay, Sly is on PS4 and
Yeah, he's
PS5.
not
But
gonna
you know
put
what?
on poker. He's
Just
gonna figure something else out.
in case something happens to the Sly versions on PS5, I'll keep these.
Yeah,
I
sure.
do really
Sadly,
like.
it's the Schiffer is always like 2 steps ahead of you. He reads you before you read him, so it's a little like bringing a chess player.
Okay,
to
Lord of the Rings: War in the North. Don't need to keep
We
that.
built the mission to allow several powers,
Tales of Xillia.
unexpected characters, appearances,
Yeah,
and even
I
custom
do want to
poker
keep
mechanics.
this
Wow.
because I'd like to
When do
play
we
through
get
this
to
on the
play
channel. Although hilariously enough, I'm
As
willing to
part,
bet by the time I
we
finally
wanted
play this,
to
the
surprise you.
remaster of
So
Tales of
next mission
Xillia
is
from Modern
opening
Systems
the
would
game
be
as we
announced,
speak.
which would be
Le
funny,
Chiffre,
and I'd probably
Devil's
play that
target
version.
mission
But
starts today in a few hours.
Transformers: War for Cybertron. Don't really need to keep that.
For only 30 days, and if you play it, you will unlock a unique reward.
Ultimate
to
Marvel
cover
vs. Capcom
7
3. I have this on PS4, so I don't really need to keep. Yeah, I don't really need to keep this.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks for
Thank you
having
so
me.
much.
Thank
All right,
you.
great to see
I'd
you.
have to do something with the case though.
Great
Okay,
stuff.
this
All
one
right,
I got.
here's the announcement
These.
of a new party game coming later this
Okay.
year that will delight Lego
You don't really
fans
see many
with
new
over
party
1
games, so
million
curious.
Lego
This
bricks,
is.
300 minifigures, and over 700
Is this a Lego party game?
combinations.
It's Saturday night somewhere, so make some noise for Lego Party!
Is this just Mario Party but with Lego?
We're minifigures, Dad. We don't have nails.
Oh my gosh, it is. It's really just Mario Party but with Lego. That's fun. Seven Hearts says, can I introduce you to Great Value Mario Party? This would actually be the 4th or 5th Great Value Mario Party. The entire party game genre is just like Mario Party and then like 5 other games trying to be Mario Party.
It's actually more like 60.
There are more Mario Party games in the party game. There are more Mario Party games than there are all other games from any other party game combined.
Okay, but certainly not a giant crab, a mythical king cobra, or Master Wu smashing a crate.
Those were literally just on screen, Chad.
Wow! We've got all that and more.
So yeah, this is actually 5th Great Value Mario Party. This does at least look really silly, so I'm sure people can find it interesting. Seven Hearts says this one has a budget of at least maybe lol. Yeah, if you don't own a Switch, this might be worth getting. But if you do own a Switch, you're gonna get Mario Party. That is sort of the thing with like That is the sort of thing with like other party games. Is if you want that is the sort of thing with other party games. Is that if you don't have a Switch and you don't want to play if you have a Switch or if you have Mario Party, you're gonna want to play Mario Party. It's very difficult for any party games that aren't Mario Party to set themselves apart from Mario Party. Okay, I gotta keep both of these games are in full Japanese, so I gotta keep both of them because, well, again, they have Kamen Rider in them. They have Kamen Riders in them. Gotta keep them. And I'm gonna cautiously mute that just in case it has that is a licensed song. But yeah, for both of these games, I would like to play these on channel at some point. It'd be really weird because this one doesn't really have a heavy story because it's like a Dynasty Warriors clone. This one does, and I can't understand any of it because I don't speak Japanese. But it would be interesting to play. What? There. Well, that's all the video games I have. So, yeah, that's all my video games. Now my bed is covered in video games. I should probably, actually what I might do next is sort through the video games that I have. Like basically resort through all the video games that I decided to keep so that I can put them back on their shelves, at least for the time being.
Next game from Toronto-based Drinkbox Studios, the team behind the Guacamelee series and
Ooh.
Nobody Saves the World.
I do love Guacamelee. Was pretty fun when I played a little bit of it.
With a friend in co-op. You can find out more during Day of the Devs right after the show, but for now, here is the global reveal of Blighted.
Looking over this decaying world, one can only wonder, how did it all come to this?
Magic, most likely. Well, you just said right there. Why do you keep doing the ancient rituals? How could this have happened? How could this have happened? All that we did was just sacrifice someone to the Elder Gods. Gee, I wonder.
In his lust for power, consumed the brains of the living, spreading this blight.
Gee, I did a ton right here.
You harbor it too, I see.
Says, I enjoyed Nobody Saves the World. I played a little bit of that game, and it just didn't feel like my thing, but it did feel... It was nice. It felt well made, just not really my thing. Okay.
Should you fall, pray the vultures consume you before
The scale of this game looks really nice. Yeah, the scale of this game looks really nice. Okay, I'm gonna... Someone is out there in that audience is very excited for that.
Blighted coming up right after the show and Day of the Devs. All right, next is
Yeah,
a
someone out there is
survival action horror game from Team Clout. It's a new team of 50 with founders in Canada and Armenia. They partnered with the new Munfish Powerhouse label to bring this insane Unreal Engine 5 game to life. Unpredictable monsters.
Okay, that looks a bit like the title for that looks a bit like they cut parts of the title for Resident Evil 8 out. I recognize Munfish. I think they actually announced the game earlier in this, but ew. Are they going for the whole grossness? Oh gosh. Okay, they're doing great job on how gross you're making everything look. Really great job. I probably won't buy it just because this is really disturbing to look at, but it does look nice. You're doing a great job. Okay, I'm gonna need to reorganize all these games now. Oh gosh. It just gets more and more disgusting to look at. Oh, he's cool. Oh no, he's actually okay. Oh dang, they're actually aiming. Oh gosh. I don't need to see the zombie. I don't need to see zombie babies. Thank you. Yeah, they.
Poor little babies. All right, Mecha is one of 2025's most anticipated shooters, with its previous beta amassing over 300,000 concurrent players on Steam.
Love that emote, Detective Hardy.
In this game, you explore a sci-fi universe and pilot powerful maps with immersive aerial and ground.
This game looks really good. This game looks really good, and I would like to play it. However,
when is the release date?
yeah, I would like to play it. However, I found out that like in the beta that the devs use like AI generated voices, and like we're all working with NVIDIA, so gotta stay to my principles. No mecha break for me, and I mean there are a ton of other mecha games, so clearly I have tons of games I can play in the meantime. Wait, is that licensed? Okay, I think I'm fine. I hope it's not. That's a very Gundam sounding opening theme. That's a very Gundam opening theme sounding song. Yeah, that is such a okay. They clearly do like mech anime because that is such a Gundam opening theme sounding song. Okay, come on. I really hope this doesn't fall. We so like game cases everywhere. Okay. Some of these mech designs also remind me of some of the designs for Gundam. Okay, just set that there. Oh, let me try. Why did I throw all these games everywhere? Dang it. This is a horrible idea.
In this next
Once again, I'm my own worst enemy.
Traverse the oversized world around them, filled with
Wait,
local wildlife and hostile machines. Built by a small 8-person studio, this is Infinitesimals.
Okay. Let me set the Final Fantasies to the side right here.
Mechanicals approaching.
Oh gosh, beetles. Is that a giant beetle?
We must now face a stark reality.
Okay, just regular sized creatures, but they are small. But you play a small person.
Industrial civilization we were
Brad Chicanery says Pikmin? Okay, no, this isn't. It looked like that one person was carrying a gun. So not Pikmin, Pikmen. Like Pikmen. Pikmen. This is the man's version of Pikmin. I was joking, but this really is that. It really does seem like that.
Whatever it takes, we find a way.
"2026 marks the 30th anniversary of a legendary."
I know it might seem like I wasn't really paying attention to those trailers, but I can kind of already, like, if I in like the first couple of seconds of one of these trailers, kind of realize if I'm interested in it or not. The big thing for me to like get my interest in the game. Okay, Resident Evil. Hold on. Let me take a second. I am seated for this. Oh, that's right, because it's Resident Evil's anniversary, like, next year.
Happy birthday to you.
Thanks, Maggie Robertson.
A special message from Takeuchi-san.
マギーさんありがとうございます。カプコン竹内です。皆様のおかげでバイオハザードも30周年を迎えることができました。ありがとうございます。
30 years of Resident Evil, that's crazy.
最新作なんですが、もう少しだけ
Oh, that's right. I was born in the same year as Resident Evil. It's almost like Destiny that I played. It's almost like Destiny that I played it. Oh, wait. Sorry. Okay, I'm actually gonna... So I'm gonna actually go back a little bit and see what he said. The latest Resident Evil game you've all been waiting for? Bear with us a little longer, just a blink of an eye more, and it'll be ready. Okay, so just, they are working on the next Resident Evil, just gotta wait a little bit for it. Okay.
I need a glass of wine too, alright. Thank you, Takeuchi-san, for that very special message. We cannot wait for when the time is right to share more leading into the anniversary of Resident Evil. Now it is time for the next big update for a beloved franchise.
I'll set the Final Fantasy games. Kenny Omega! Is this like wrestling game or? Wait, that's Alex from Street Fighter. Okay, so this is Street Fighter. Is Kenny Omega coming to Street Fighter? Please no, I've had enough of real life people coming to fighting games. Okay, that's Crimson Viper. Was she even in a Street Fighter game before? She was like in some other Capcom games before. Okay, Sagat. Kenny Omega with the John Moxley style hair. What? Oh, wait. Those are actually the next characters coming to it? Okay. I can't believe, finally someone recreated the WCW Hulk Hogan staring in a mirror, trying to see seeing the Ultimate Warrior in a mirror, but he's not actually their spot. But they did it with Kenny Omega and Street Fighter 6. Okay, so these are definitely like the Season 3 characters. Oh, I was expecting there to be a little bit of time, because, I mean, we could... Like, Elena released on Thursday, or like Wednesday night, and this trailer premiered with Summer Games Fest on Friday. So it was like, that was not that long. Okay. all four of those characters are characters I haven't really played in any Street Fighter games or any Really, I haven't played any of those characters in any of the Capcom games I have played. But Street Fighter 6 has been doing overall, I think, a good job of changing characters' movesets and like revitalizing interest in characters that hadn't appeared in the series for some time. So curious what I see, especially with like the redesign, some of the redesigns they've given them. So interested to see what they do for all those four. Okay. That was also an odd trailer to announce it. Like, unless Kenny Omega's coming as like an announcer to Street Fighter 6, which as like one of the commentators, because they have like different commentating characters that will commentate, or they have real life people that will commentate matches in Street Fighter 6. So.
Adios.
Okay, now to reorganize all these games. Yeah, now to reorganize all these games. Alright. Well, you, of course, go on the bottom.
Action game from the new indie studio Night Street Games, which is the ultimate game of capture the flag set in the 1970s. As you saw, the closed alpha will be starting later this year. Next, we have a beautiful new trailer for a Souls-like action RPG game developed in China by Lenzi.
Do you have the slightest idea how that narrows down?
On July 24th. Here's a look.
I don't want to say that is this just Wukong but another thing, but the title would be like not Wukong but Wuchong. That's
really what you wanted.
okay, so gotta re-alphabetize all these games now. Disco Elysium. There's another game that's sort of like a Souls-like game coming out. That's like Blade Phantom Zero. That one I am interested in because from what I've seen, the gameplay isn't like a Souls-like. It's like a very much more inspired by like Ninja Gaiden or Devil May Cry action game. However, like the world design is inspired by Souls games, so it's like some sort of interconnected world with like dark fantasy lore. And that game does look really interesting to me. Don't you just hate it when you wake up, when you try to take a nice nap on your bed of blood weeds? Okay, let me have that one there. Interesting. What? What is this?
Where is the Wu-Tang Clan?
Is this a new Def Jam game? Okay, no. Not a new Def Jam game. Okay. I forgot that the Wu-Tang Clan has their own, like they have like multiple games they've helped produce, I believe. It's the Wu-Tang. Okay.
Ghostface Killer is calling on you to rescue his Wu brothers. Wu-Tang Rise of the Receiver is a new co-op action RPG with anime-style fighting, and it's the debut title from the 53-member Brass Lion Entertainment.
Oh, that's right. When organizing these games, I gotta organize this game.
Has new updates, including player housing.
When organizing these games, I shouldn't organize this as Spider-Man Miles Morales. I have to organize it as Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Sure. I have heard about Guild Wars 2 for like 10 years, and yet I've only heard about it through the announcements that new stuff is coming to it. I've never played it, and I don't really know anyone that plays it. I know that there are guilds, and I'm assuming that I'm assuming there are guilds, and I'm assuming those guilds have wars, but don't really know much else about it. Okay. That is the most we are not. That is the most we swear we are not Honkai Star Rail. We are something completely different logo that I've ever seen. We're not Honkai Star Rail. We are Mongol Stardive. We are completely different. Listen, your cat is that is an adorable cat, but it's not enough to convince me to play another gacha game. To play a gacha game. This is another game that I have. Okay, well, not Splitgate 2. Wuthering Waves. That's another game that I have only heard about through announcements. Okay, I need to. Resident Evil 2. Alright. How much longer is this? Oh, Switch 2. We're only halfway through? What?
I took a bullet, I died, I came back. And I met Johnny Silverhand.
Tev Hark says, I told you, man. This feels like we should be getting near the end. What the heck?
Here is another game throwing back to a classic.
Second Hark says, snooze fest. You'll fall asleep before it's done. Now I'm really glad I decided to, sort everything. I'm getting stuff. I'm gonna get so much done during this. There have been some good game announcements. Like that whole announcement of She-Hulk and Rocket Raccoon and Cosmic Invasion. And the Felt game. The Puppet boxing game. That was really good. So yeah, there are a lot of games that do look interesting announced here, but there are also just so many of them that look honestly kind of the same. Like, I've already forgotten about them. Okay, it's Resident Evil 4, right. Resident Evil 4. Like, this looks fun. Like, this whole, 3D rubber hose animation game.
Delusional. It won't always be so easy.
So what I was about to say earlier. I see what you did there. What I was gonna say earlier is that. The thing that'll already
Guys, I'm Ian Prue, the co-founder of 1047.
I see this "Make FPS Great Again" shirt, and I already don't care whatever you're selling.
When we started Splitgate in our dorm room, we just wanted to make a game we could play with our friends, and 20 million of you played with us. Now, with the help from our amazing community, we've built Splitgate 2. Why? Because I grew up playing Halo, and I'm tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year. And I wish we could have Titanfall 3.
Sarark says, Jeff always seems to get these kinds of people on
With
stage.
Splitgate
It's
2, we asked ourselves,
not really
how would we
surprising.
take portals to the
Jeff
next
seems
level?
like...
What if you could portal to entirely different worlds? So we combined the action, movement, and gunplay of arena shooters with the scale and intensity of something much bigger. Splitgate Battle Royale launches free right now, and it's fucking awesome.
What's with the bat? Why did you bring the bat? What's with the bat? Can you carry a bat in-game? Sleep says in-game weapon. Okay. Well, then I better see the bat in the gameplay. Oh, okay. Let me try it. Dang it. I might have too many games. Oh, shoot. Actual panic in me. Gosh. Sleepless says, I feel like the issue is less that you forget, nothing stands out, and more just a general length issue. This is a 2-hour show. It's hard to keep everything in a 2-hour show memorable. It actually looks like it actually looks to be like a full-on 3.5-hour show. Ugh. Unless they okay, but even just a 2-hour long show, it's really difficult to keep things noticeable. Just like you said, Sleepless, like that state of play that was really good a few days ago. That was like 30 minutes. It was like 30. Well, it was like it was an hour. Yeah, it was an hour. It was an hour, and it was like, sure, it was an hour, but there was something for everyone there. Like you had Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, you got Marvel Tokon, you had like a little thing, like games that were going to get their own showcase already, like Ghost of Yotai. They were just like, hey, Ghost of Yotai is coming out, but we're going to talk about it in its own video later. So that's not here. Slips is the Day of the Devs. Okay, that one I am. Then I will watch that one because that one I am really interested in. Oh. Ooh. This is a new look. At least for at least it doesn't look like any of the RGG games I've seen. Oh, this might be Project Century. Y'all, I might have too many games. This isn't even any of the Switch games here. This is just all PS, PlayStation, Xbox games. Seven Hearts says the Wholesome game direct was only about an hour. Slim says this is Project Century. Ooh, that looks good. Okay, sorry to pause this right here, but there was something I was trying to say earlier. I can honestly, for a lot of games shown off here, I can recognize if it's not a series I'm familiar with, I can recognize if I'm gonna be interested in it in like a few seconds based off of art style. If the art style looks interesting to me, like into the Unwell game, I don't even know if I'm gonna get that. But I wanted to see more about it because I liked that whole rubber hose, like 3D version rubber hose animation it's got. So I want to see more of the trailer. Okay, a RGG game set in 1940s Japan is really interesting. This looks so good. Oh, dang, that was a slick bullet dodge.
Got a name?
Okay.
Mako. Daito. A Jap then, huh? Don't I look like one? You're not? So, what are you then? Sana.
Okay. Ooh. I was already interested in this because it's our new RG Ryu Gagatoku action game, but the style to this looks really good.
as Project Century set in 1915, and now the full name has been revealed. Stranger Than Heaven, the brand new title from RGG Studio. This time it's now 1943, and knowing RGG, I'm sure more surprises are surely on their way.
Oh, this
All
Slight
right, well,
Collection's
we're
right
almost
here.
done here, but we do have
Yay!
one final, very special global game announcement to share with all of you who've been waiting.
Okay.
Today, we've showcased a lot of projects from teams around the world, including many brand new studios, and we're proud of that. But this one comes from a studio that is no stranger to delivering blockbuster games time and again.
So this is wait, bro, pause. Yes? What's the final game? Yes. So I'm gonna guess it's a new Resident Evil. Because Slim says you got spoiled. Look at the title of the video. The title of the video spoils it. Slim says, yeah, I was so pissed when I saw that. Seven Heart says, good old YouTube. I was so angry when I saw that. I would have freaked out. I would have freaked out on not being spoiled for that. I thought we were gonna get the Resident Evil thing. I thought we were gonna get the Resident Evil when they did the thing earlier, but saving it towards the end of the video makes sense.
Summer, I was absolutely blown away by the scale, scope, and ambition of this developer's vision. And while there are many places, really any
now, I don't know
it
any
could have been
details about it.
revealed,
I don't know any
we're so
details about what it's going to look
deeply
like, what it's
that
be.
we
I
get to
just
share
know.
it with the world right here
Yeah.
at Summer Game Fest.
And you sure do love sharing things early. Just really angry. Sam Sleep says, neither do we, lol. I'm really annoyed at them for that, just because it was like, oh, I would have popped so hard for finding out this was Resident Evil. This is very different than a Resident Evil I'm used to. Very clean office build. It's no dead white research lab. It's like a office building. Okay. Are people going to spontaneously turn into zombies?
Grace. Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
That name's a little familiar.
My office.
But I don't know from where.
Coming.
Okay. We must now organize all these PS4 and PS5 games. She looks like new playable character material. 8.
If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in
That doesn't. I don't think that's Rose from Resident Evil 8. I was spoiled on the ending of Resident Evil 8, unfortunately. But I mean, well, I didn't. I'm interested in Resident Evil 8, but I didn't mind getting spoiled on the story.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll be quiet.
I need your eyes on the crime scene. The Renwood Hotel.
Okay.
I know. That's where your mother was murdered. Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past. Grace.
Okay. Yeah, she's definitely the new new playable character. Okay.
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Ooh, okay. Oh, is that Raccoon City?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
That's Raccoon. Okay, that is Raccoon City. Okay, that looks more. Okay, that's definitely Raccoon's Resident Evil looking place. Oh. Sevenheart says this girl is the daughter of one of the Ari Outbreak side characters. Interesting. Ooh. Oh, that quickly? Wow. Okay. Only like a few. Well, okay, it's like February, but still. So the creator of the series, when he said you only have to wait a blink of an eye more, he really meant that. Just a little more. Dang, I would have been so surprised if like after that fake out and then it was like, ah, here it is.
Evil Requiem marks a bold shift for the
It
franchise,
looks really
both in tone
interesting.
and gameplay, and today's reveal isn't just about survival horror. Expect high-stakes cinematic action too, with much more to share soon leading up to its launch on February 27th, 2026. Amazing. Thank you, Capcom. That was an amazing announcement. Glad we kept it a surprise.
Yeah, that one looks really interesting.
That's gonna do it for our live Summer Game Fest show. Let's thank our co-host.
Okay, well, here. We'll just go ahead and move on to Day of the Devs. Sorry, we'll just go and move on to Day of the Devs. I'm really curious. I think the remakes in a way have been the remakes for Resident Evil have been really great in a way because they've meant that like you can still if you want like Resident Evil to play like Resident Evil, you can go get like RE2 remake or RE4 remake or RE1 remake. But they've also let to where like because of that, because you have those remakes kind of just being like more Resident Evil as you remember it, that now the series can like, oh, we can do some really weird uh new takes. We can keep doing new things with the series in the mainline games because we got the remakes. So like I'm really curious to see what I'm definitely gonna be paying attention to what they announce for that. Because like, I mean, Village, from what I haven't played RE8 yet, but from what I saw of how it played, that game played like I mean it played close to like Resident Evil 4 with like the inventory management and the gunplay, but it was also oh, but it was in first person and like it had some different things. That does not look like besides like the character name like Grace Ashcroft, that is a Resident Evil character sounding name, but until they were like here's Raccoon we're gonna here's Raccoon City again. That didn't look like any Resident Evil I remembered. So I'm curious, like, just how different will that play?
Empty inside.
Oh, okay. We're on Day of the Devs now. Going straight into Day of the Devs.
Leaving you feeling empty inside. If you sat down and played your entire games library from beginning to end, by the time you finished, you'd be 9,000 years old, and everyone you loved would be dead, including you. Don't let this happen. There is a better way. Hi, I'm Tim Schafer.
You don't have to call me out like that, dang it. Oh, hi, Tim Schafer.
Day of the Devs is an all-volunteer curation committee that plays hundreds of games so you don't have to and brings you the very best of them to show you at places like this digital showcase that you're about to see today. How much?
You don't have to call me out like that, dang it.
$1 million? $10 million? Absolutely nothing. Day of the Devs is a non-profit and supported entirely by generous contributions
There.
from people
All
like you and
PlayStation,
also our
all
generous
PS4,
sponsors.
PS5, and
So all you have
PS3
to do
games
right
sorted.
now is sit back and prepare to be inspired. Enjoy Day of the Devs digital showcase.
Okay, I might need to actually... Okay, I need to, like, move this off to the side. Hold on. It's gonna be a little difficult.
I'm excited to introduce the first look at a new title from Annapurna Interactive and the developers at No Goblin. Ever wanted to live the fantasy
What?
of
No Goblin? But I like
gathering
goblins.
intel and pulling off a heist, all as a mysterious
When they're done right.
master thief? Well, in Snap and Grab, you'll be able to, and the developers are here to tell you how it's done.
Okay. Gonna set that off to the side for now.
Hello. I'm
Hello.
Celestia, senior level designer and artist at No Goblin.
I'm Jamie, senior
What do y'all have
animator
against
at No
goblins?
Goblin. And we're excited to share with you No Goblin's new upcoming game, Snap and Grab.
Stay. Okay. Yeah, I'm generally in. Okay, now that we're.
I'm glad you.
Oh, sorry. I guess I should pause and actually talk about like how I felt about the whole overall Summer Games Fest. Again, there were some fun things announced there, like the Marvel Cosmic Invasion, that felt boxing game. But at least a lot of the games that were announced felt very much the same. Like Code Vein that was for me specifically. That was for me and Sleepless and Ace Scorcher and probably no one else. But to anyone to most other people, that probably felt like just another one of the games. Like for someone who hasn't played Code Vein or has no interest in it, that probably felt the same as seeing Wuthering Waves and definitely not Honkai Star Rail and like some of those other games. Like a lot of the games, unless you were like interested and been following and been interested in in an established series or already following a game, probably none of those a lot of those announcements probably felt very much the same to you. There were Yeah, but beside there were again some things that actually were interesting, like the yeah, okay, well, Mina the Hollower. They talked about Mina the Hollower. That one was really cool. Uh, Street Fighter 6 announcements, but again, that's for me because I like Street Fighter. Marvel Cosmic Invasion, Code Vein 2, felt that boxing, that was great. But yeah, the Resident Evil, of course, that one was good, but it's Resident Evil. Of course people would be excited for that. And as for yeah, most of there were just so many of those announcements. And oh, the mouse PI for hire. But I already knew about that one. So yeah, there were so many of the announcements there that were just like they kind of a lot of them blended together. I think, uh, and in fact, I'm willing to bet that for a lot of those FPS games, I'm willing to bet for a lot of the FPS games announced there, that that one dev there who was like with his weird FPS MAGA hat came on stage was like, "We're gonna make this great again. We're gonna make we came up with the real, true, good new FPS." I feel like everybody's gonna go after that guy because he was like, he kind of everyone's gonna be like making fun of him. Well, for obvious, well, I mean, he wears a MAGA hat, so yeah, make fun of him, absolutely. But also because he announced that we're gonna make this game, we're gonna bring FPSs back, truly. But it's like quite a few of those games look like kind of the same, and really, Um, I mean, there's been a ton of like boomer shooters, like really beloved like indie FPSs that have been releasing for years now.
Picture this.
But anyway, let's go in with Day of the Devs. So yeah, overall there were some fun announcements there, but it's just like it was like
high fashion glamour and high
there was so much there that I was like I was gonna lose interest.
At Nevada, the world's greatest photographer, you'll be tasked with visiting a variety of rich and lavish settings, in which you'll have one question on your mind.
I'm really glad I used that time to sort through my games. Yeah, I'm really glad I'm using this time to sort through my games because oh, sweet mech. Okay, it's a photography game.
In Snap and Grab, you will do cool crimes with only your camera and your crew.
Okay.
As you visit each venue, you will snap a variety of
Yeah, but like I said, these the Day of the Devs and these other showcase games events that I'm gonna watch, these I'm much more interested in because these will have more unique stuff. These will generally have more unique stuff in them.
Use your photos to assemble your own step-by-step plan for your crew to grab your future possession.
Okay.
Just be sure to consider
the Switch pile is back. I'm
gonna
be reorganizing all of these.
A detective who's been on Nifty's trail for quite some time now. Who knows when she'll catch up?
As your anonymous deeds make headlines, you'll attract new crew, giving you
and like that, the shipping fan art has started. Let the fanfic begin.
Will you be able to plan the next perfect heist?
Or will your heist fail spectacularly?
It is a really unique. It is a really interesting take on like a sort of heist video game.
We can't wait to see what you plan next in Snap and Grab.
Available early next year on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S.
Okay.
Does Untitled Goose Game ring a bell? It was one of the very early Day of the Devs games. So
Rashi Carey says Hitman plus Pokemon Snap.
What the name of the game was.
Today Park says, "Sir, I'm more discerning in my fan fiction." I know. Well, Detective. Hopefully, someone will make a new Seth Rollins plus Roman Reigns fanfic just for you.
You know the rest of the story. How House, based in Melbourne, Australia, is developing a brand new kind of experience that's unlike anything else you've ever played. But
do you get to fight the goose this time?
What it is, better served that these anthropomorphized ant, duck, wobbly creature things do it for you. Take it away.
Hello.
Hello.
We're House. You might know us because of our Goose game. And we're here today to show you around our new game. Ooh. It's a cooperative multiplayer adventure made for friends to play together. It's called Big Walk.
This already looks like the exact opposite of...
It's a tricky game to describe.
This already looks like the exact opposite of Untitled Goose Game. Severhark says that is not an uncommon ship.
Big Walk, and we've put a lot of work into making a proximity voice chat system that feels natural and playful.
I can already tell you this game is going to sell 5 million copies. And people they're gonna be like, your favorite VTuber will be playing this with all their friends, and it's gonna be a very enjoyable stream. It's literally just, I'm guessing it's literally just, you're gonna walk from one spot to another with your friends, but I am certain.
You'll sound different if you're speaking up close.
Hello.
Or far away.
Hello.
Or in a tunnel.
Hello.
Or over a walkie-talkie.
Hello. Over.
Or behind soundproof glass.
Severhark says Sleepy will watch no fewer than 4 VTubers playing this together.
Each other, you'll need to find other ways to communicate. So we've given you lots of ways to point and gesture.
Oh, there they are.
And plenty of tools to stay in touch when you're out of earshot.
Yeah, this game is going to be like $10, and it's going to sell like 5 million copies.
So you can play the entire game that way as well. Hello.
The game is set in a big open world that we've filled with all kinds of stuff. To see it all, you'll need to go for a big walk.
He said the thing!
Exploring as part of a group is a special feeling. Our chat system makes it important to stick together, so navigating the world of Big Walk requires lots of teamwork and talking.
Oh, that's not like pass.
As you explore...
And these are just like, I mean, this is just the most basic looking forest environment ever, so this probably, I mean, like, it would have taken some time to model such a big map that you have to go around, but it would have been overall pretty simple, I'm guessing.
If you get lost in the bush, don't worry. You'll find plenty of ways to stay in touch and find each other again. Hello?
If anyone can hear me, please shoot up a flare.
Thank you.
This building behind me has a challenge in it. Completing challenges like these is the way you make progress through the game. They're all about teamwork, and they're all a little bit different. A lot of them are designed so that you find funny and surprising new ways to talk.
Yeah, but after how well web phishing did, after how well games like Lethal Company and lately Repo and web phishing have done, yeah, you want to make billions of dollars, make a good indie game that is basically like a simple concept, but you can play it with friends.
Challenges are open-ended and leave plenty of room for you to do things your own way. Like the rest of the game,
I haven't played Repo, but from what I've seen, it's really just like you just grab stuff and then carry it up. You just grab stuff while avoiding monsters.
So that's Big Walk. There's heaps to see and do, but there's also lots of room to just hang out in between. We think there's some real magic that happens when you forget your plans and find yourselves doing something else entirely.
You can sit and watch the sunset.
Tell stories as you wait for the night to pass.
Go dancing.
Or you could steal your friend's binoculars and kick them into the ocean.
Every VTuber you know is going to be streaming this with their friends.
Oi.
Sorry.
50-hour marathons of this game. By every
special
VTuber you know.
We made Big Walk to be a nice way to hang out with your friends in a video game.
Or by every
We hope you
VTuber you
playing it
watch.
as much as we do. Thank you for watching.
Sleepless, how dare you call me out like this? I'm gonna watch like Zentreya play this. Like she's gonna be playing this for like 50 streams.
This next title is from the art director of Journey and the team at Giant Squid, who brought you beautiful titles like.
Oh, this is Sword of the Sea, isn't it?
You'll see the DNA of all those games in this one as you surf the sand on your sword and bring the.
Yeah, okay, Sword of the Sea.
This is Sword of the Sea.
Hi, I'm Matt Nava. I'm the creative director.
Hi,
of
Matt
Giant
Nava.
Squid, and I'm very excited to share with you our latest game, Sword of the Sea.
This game looks great if you're a big fan of fish.
atmospheric adventure game where you surf
Well, honestly,
on a
actually
sword.
surfing, like really the idea of like a game where you go like an open like game where you explore by surfing sounds really cool.
As a surfer, a snowboarder, a skater,
Surfing, snowboarding, like they said,
games going back all the way to Journey, Abzu, The Pathless, and you're going to see those elements in the game, but it's going to take you somewhere new. Sword of the Sea is all about movement, getting into a flow state. And that's something that as a snowboarder I've experienced myself. I feel like there's this kind of magical experience that you have with these extreme sports. When you're doing it, you actually find this kind of meditative quality. You are moving very quickly, but you get to understand nature in a way that you can't otherwise. You get to see the whole mountain at once, and that lets you kind of connect with the world in a deeper way. And I think that's what we want to do with the game.
I'm almost done sorting all these games. I'll have to think what I should sort next after this. I'm very glad that this State of the Dev Showcase has overall already it's been nicer than the Summer Games Fest just because it looks I'm interested to see like what new games indie devs are making.
It also has
but me sorting all these games through this was a great idea. This would have clearly taken me quite a few hours.
The way that you move in Sword of the Sea.
Just have to hope that I do get accepted for a job.
We can't really guarantee that the game will be a spiritual experience for players, but what we can do is create the environment, the conditions under which...
Okay, well not rail grinding, that's chain grinding, but it's close enough.
Sword of the Sea is
Severheart says I'm hoping for you and Sleepy. Thank you.
On the PlayStation 5 and PC, so wishlist now.
If I may pause for just a second, a little bit. I had a talk with my parents and like describing this job and how like the job that I had the interview for and how it went really well. And they said, "Oh, but if you get accepted for this job, you'll have to move out of Texas and move all the way to Minneapolis. That's near the border to Canada." And just I could barely contain myself just over the phone, just going, "Yeah." They thought I was like, from what they said afterwards, they thought I had like said it in a, they thought I had said it in like a, yeah, I know, it's sad, but what do you do? But no, just if you had seen my face on the other side of the phone, you've just seen like all like a smile across my face at the thought. The Hark says, get to move out of Texas. Yeah.
Thank you.
This next world exclusive is a sequel to a game that has over 4 million players and counting. A runaway hit, if there ever was one. But to make a sequel, you have to bring something new to the genre, something evolved, and that's exactly what this developer did.
Okay. But yeah, gosh. Even if I don't get accepted for one of these jobs, I'd still try to like find some way to like move out of Texas as soon as possible. It's just having a job. Having a job that I could go to will make it a lot easier. Would make the process a lot easier. Okay, the first ever open world puzzle game? Oh, open world escape room game. Okay, interesting. Oh, it's like the whole world an escape room? Okay, that's okay. If it's like an open world game where the whole world is an escape room, that sounds really interesting.
The sequel to Escape Academy.
You'll never get me to go back.
Escape Academy
Sorry.
2 is an open world
Sorry, I just had to vent there.
Where between your escape
Sorry, just some
classes,
lingering
you can
feelings
explore a
there.
living and breathing campus that functions as one big escape room. We felt inspired by
This
games like
okay.
Animal Well and
Game-wise, this sounds like a great concept. Actually going to school here would be
We're really
hell.
excited to bring that into the academy.
This is one of those ideas that I'm glad.
Our background as a studio is in building.
I'm glad this is an idea that is in a video game and not a real one.
So when we started making
and not in real life.
Escape Academy, we asked ourselves, how can we push that even further? We looked at feedback from the first game, and the #1 most requested feature by a huge margin was more academy to really get to be a student at the school.
Okay.
This time around, we're going to let you explore the campus, to go to classes, meet other students, and most importantly, find lots of rooms to lock yourself up in.
Okay, if it's like multiple escape rooms in one area, that's cool as well.
Explorable space. Whether you're returning to the Academy or stepping in for the first time, you'll find yourself in a world full of unique environments, from dusty puzzle archives to hidden rooms in unsuspecting places.
That is a really cool idea. I don't really know many escape room video games, but I'm sure there have to be some, because I mean, it'd be like a natural it could be like a fun way to make a puzzle game.
We've pushed every element to heighten immersion and mystery.
For Escape Academy 2, our approach to narrative is to really lean into the roleplay of embodying a student at the Academy. You can talk to your fellow escapists,
so Persona.
Discover lore,
Well, not exactly.
get hit with a deluge of grown-worthy.
So Hart says, there is one that I've watched people play.
Over the course of the game, you'll puzzle your way through character-driven quest lines that string together campus challenges.
Can't remember the name, though.
Rooms, taking you through your second-year curriculum and the
So you mean that the name escapes you?
Game's central mystery. If you want to get a sneak peek at the game and help us unlock its full potential, join our Discord and sign up for a playtest. We'd love to borrow your brain.
Wishlist Escape Academy 2 today on Steam. And we'll see you when you get back to school.
Devo, Smashing Pumpkins, Lush. All these bands are part of the 80s, 90s vibe that is mixed.
Okay, wait, hold on a second.
Prolific creative.
Am I gonna have to mute this? Okay.
But this is not a music game or a game about music. It's a game about life and friends and the music that gets us through it.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Oh, hi. I'm Johnny Galvatron from Beethoven.
Hi, Johnny Galvatron.
Here in Melbourne Rock City. This is our secret hideout where we make video games. This is one of our artists, Arden.
Yeah, that's also what I call my house too.
Award-winning team behind the Artful Escape. But who cares? What's next? We're making a mixtape.
Oh, you're making the game mixtape.
We're in there for those two. Oh, cool.
Okay, I'm gonna mute that just in case. Wait.
Action-adventure game about three friends on their last night together, listening to a perfectly curated.
Brad Shikari says.
It's a psychedelic retrospective.
Brad Shikari says, I thought paying student loans was a real escape room. No, that's not an escape room. That's a That's I don't know how. What's the word I'm looking for? That's your lifelong debt.
The whole game is a mixtape. The music is a mixtape. There's a mixtape of mechanics from skateboarding to pulling slushies. A mixtape of eras, a mixtape of art styles and media designed to take you back to the teenage wasteland.
Well, that's gonna be a little odd for me. I wasn't even alive then.
Yeah, have we taught you nothing, Cassandra?
What? We all go up to my room and immediately bolt? Dad, give away your grabbing booze.
But is the music any good? Holy flippin' meatballs, let me tell you all about it. Thank you very much. We got... This
group looks like the exact sort of people who would build this game. And I don't mean that as an insult. I just mean, like, if you were to tell me, if I were to hear about this game and imagine who would make it, this is exactly who I would picture.
Devo, I love Devo. Smashing Pumpkins, Portishead.
Not an insult. I'm glad they're making the game they want to make. I probably won't play it, but I hope it's good.
Stan Bush, the Jesus and Mary Chain, the unkillable Iggy Pop, and apparently many more.
Are they following us?
Yup. I can't go to prison.
Boxes!
Yeah, dang. Life is Strange was apparently much more influential than I thought it was. Than I would have thought it was.
What are we doing?
If death looks you in the eye, dude, don't blink.
Play it on Game Pass Day 1, wishlisted on Steam, play it on a PlayStation or Epic or whatever.
I thought we were riding together.
I didn't want to get all sweaty and shit.
Fair.
Mixtape.
Okay.
Nothing but the hits.
Good one.
Did you see that Drinkbox Studios just announced their next title, Blighted, moments ago at the Summer Game Fest?
I did, in
Now
fact.
they're here to give you an in-depth look at the game.
Hey, I'm Ian, the lead designer at Drinkbox Studios.
I like that guacamole poster they got in the back.
We're excited to finally tell you about our new game, Blighted.
Oh, wait.
Blighted is a hardcore action Metroidvania set in a psychedelic Western nightmare. The
It does look really unique and interesting.
And one of its coolest features is a dynamic difficulty system that constantly changes the enemies the player, and the world around you as you.
So it's a roguelite, isn't it?
This world have a sacred ritual.
So it's a roguelike, isn't it?
A seed is
Or
planted
roguelite.
in their brain. Over time, a tree grows from their skull and bears fruit. By eating this fruit, one gains a knowledge and experience of their ancestors. That's how it was for generations. That is, until the one they called Sorcisto defiled the ritual. He discovered that by eating
Take Harks, it's roguelite? Did someone summon me?
Power. Sorcisto ate the fruits, destroyed the trees, and devoured your entire community. And in doing so, he released a reality-altering disease known as blight.
Ah,
As
the brain
lone
trees.
survivor, you have a singular goal. Hunt down
Well, it might
Sorcisto
not actually be a roguelite. They just said that like the game's enemies will constantly change depending on difficulty.
It's constantly overtaking you.
Like the enemies will constantly change depending on how well you do.
Predictable and changing your perception of the world. You can find ways to suppress it, or
However, this is the camera angle for a roguelite.
You'll be chaining together finishers, taking out huge blighted beasts, devouring their brains.
It is interesting. It is really interesting how Hades hasn't even been out for 10 years and is already shown to be incredibly influential on other indie games. Same with Vampire Survivors. It's only been out a few years. It's already been really influential for a lot of other games.
Allowing the art team to bring their designs to a whole new level as they craft gorgeously eerie worlds for you to explore. You'll be making your way through remains of long-dead civilizations and manifested nightmares, through mines carved into the interior of petrified giants and scaffolds to the gods. Drinkbox has a rich history with action games, from Guacamelee to Severed to Nobody Saves the World, and we're excited to craft another one that will put your skills to the test. Blighted will support full co-op like many of our past games, and we're working with composer Jim Guthrie to create a soundtrack you'll never forget.
Great.
We're excited for you to try the game, and we're aiming to have a playable demo later this year.
Wishlist the game on Steam and follow us on social media to make sure you don't miss it.
This next title is from a bona fide Day of the Devs alumni.
Oh, it's Double Fine.
Whose games Thirsty Suitors and Falcon Age have both been previously celebrated in our showcases. Outer Loop prides itself on being a
It is nice that Double Fine Productions and Tim Schafer are basically like Tim only really played as far as Double Fine Productions game goes. I've really only played like I've really only played Psychonauts. Okay, I've really only played Psychonauts, but they seem after some of the stuff that studio has been through, it seems nice. It's like a good idea and kind of nice that they're able to host this like big event celebrating indie games. Okay, it's got a mech, so I'm kind of interested already. It's an RPG, so I'm kind of interested already. How dare you out me like that? Dang it! How dare you call me out like that? Okay, well, I've been trying to cook more. It's really basic, but look, I've been trying. Actually, if I do get to move, I am really interested. One things I'd like to do first is like see what restaurants are around me, sample the local cuisine, if you will. I'm really curious to see like what restaurants and food are available outside of Texas. I love tacos, but it is like most of the restaurants here that are worth going to do have tacos. So, and again, I do like. Okay,
Hi,
does look interesting.
Creative director of Outer Loop Games, and I want to introduce you to our new game, Dos Divas, a spicy narrative-based RPG. Platform through vibrant villages, battle corporate goons.
I do love battling corporate goons.
Reconcile with loved ones.
That one's a bit more difficult, but I am open to it.
Before saying goodbye.
That one, okay, I've got a bit of trouble with that one.
To discover local ingredients, hidden paths, memories, and new friends. Engage in a
okay, being a traveling food truck robot sounds awesome. An RPG where you pilot a traveling food truck robot sounds awesome.
Button as the hit lands amplifies your attack damage and strengthens your blocks.
I might be interested in this one.
Use boost points at the start of your turn to multiply damage.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested in this one.
And skills. Match enemy flavor cravings to break down their defenses and leave them stuffed.
Kill them with the power of cravings.
Villagers from a processed food-induced haze using the expressive cooking system. Delivering delicious, hearty meals reconnects communities with their culture, history, and shared memories, and increases your reputation.
There.
Serve up looks by customizing your Spirit Met Goddess. Create your own spicy style with custom wraps and accessories.
Oh, the robot is a goddess.
Combat RPG will be out in 2022.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Frosty Carey says Ignacio would love this game. I'm gonna go wishlist this one. This one looks really nice.
Our pals at Heart Machine, creators of Hyperlight Drifter and Hyperlight Breaker, have teamed up with our buds at Devolver. They're mixing things up with surreal, interdimensional demon horror. It's a genre, right? Or
yeah.
Is it a genre? It probably should be a genre. Here it is.
Oh, you kids. You threw on too many papers, and now the evil has awoken. Great job. Okay. Oh, gosh. Oh, Terark says, huh? Okay, I'll need to see... Okay, there. I was about to say, I need to see a little bit more of the gameplay. Okay, this gameplay looks nothing like what the trailer was showing for the cinematics. Okay, there's that guy. Okay, now it's starting to look a bit more similar.
Hi, I'm Miriam, producer
Hello.
of Heart Machine, working on Possessors. Possessors is a search action game set in Senzu, a corporate-run city which has been overrun by demons. What you've just seen is one of
Happens to every corporate-run city.
Powerhouse animation. They each tell the story of how a character or a creature from Possessors survived the attacks of the demon.
I feel like that's a popular thing to do for lower budget announcements. Make Romeo is a dead man from the Sony one, the Suda51 game.
In the disaster, Luca was forced to make a deal with a demon named Rem for both.
It is kind of attention grabbing because it is kind of attention grabbing because I was like, ooh, what's this?
Rem are stuck together and forced to get along. They'll have to climb Senzu's skyscraper and fight through hordes of feral demons to escape the city.
Although for the Suda51 game, that's just how Suda51 is.
And piece together what happened by sharing their memory of the past. On behalf of the team, we're all very excited for you to play Possessors, which comes out later this year. In the meantime, you can wishlist Possessor on Steam, or try Luca's new
That might have actually been
Oh,
hold on.
Will be available later today.
Sorry, my headphones are starting to act up. Like the audio is starting to like mess up.
It's clean combat, and it's
Oh, this one's for... Okay, if they're talking about Moonlighter, this one's for Sleepless.
Seriously play it all day, and I did. The developers at Spain-based Digital Sun seem to have made some ambitious upgrades to its sequel, including an expansive 3D world, a big change from its previous pixelated form. I hope you're as excited as I am to take a peek at Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault.
Hi there, this is Ezra from Digital Sun. I'm
Hello.
here to share this event with you and show what's in store for Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault. Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault is a sequel to our beloved shopkeeping roguelike. As in the first game, here you venture into ever-changing dungeons to fight enemies and find relics. Then you go to your shop, sell your loot, and turn it into profit to get better gear. This unique blend of gameplay is what made the first game so special, and now we're bringing it to a whole new dimension of quality.
So in case you're curious, because you saw the giant stack of Switch games, not counting the games I decided I'd get rid of. I have two,
all the new faces will
3, 4.
For now, let's jump straight into the portal, where every adventure unfolds, and both battles and looting take place. From the arid lands of Hodor to the grassy landscapes of Hylia, each biome offers new mechanics, enemies, and rewards. Combat has been vastly improved, with some enemies specialized in ranged weapons, while others focus on close combat. Once you clear a room, several things can happen. You might find a perk,
So, in case you were curious from seeing that the giant stack of Switch games and wondering, not counting the games I just decided that I would sell off, I have 60 physical Switch games. Well, 60 physical Switch games. This doesn't count how many collection. That doesn't count how many games are in collections. This is just like physical copies. So it could actually. So it is actually more if you count each game in a collection as an individual game.
Let's say that you even feel brave enough to face one of your latest two bosses.
Okay, I'll have to.
We'll put your skills to the test.
To put these back
in there. Herald, for instance. This is one of the first bosses of the game and shows how the combat has evolved in the first Moonlighter. The Herald will throw projectiles and beams non-stop, forcing you to find cover and dodge hits. He's also protected by a sound barrier that you'll need to deactivate before striking back. Merchants need to be smart. It doesn't matter how far you get. Successful runs leads to the same place, your shop. The shop is where you put a price on your loot and try to get the best deals. There are ways to influence the outcome. For now,
I'm gonna have to hope none of those fall over.
Well, there's actually something I can already share with you.
From what little I played of Moonlighter 1, it was at least a little interesting.
It's time you open your shop.
I'm not, I'm not, I might consider getting this one, but if I did, it'll be, there's a lot of other games I'd like to buy first before.
That's it for now.
I'm having to I have so many games on my backlog and so many games I'd like to get, I'm having to prioritize, make different priorities.
Please stay tuned to our socials for all things Moonlighter 2, The Endless World. See you in Tristan.
Okay, now.
Inspired by Pietro Riva's manifesto, Rejector, Thomas feels driven to advance our medium by creating...
Tehark says, I enjoyed Moonlighter a lot.
Hopefully entice those who might not be usually interested in playing a video game to take an interest. From Thomas Waterzoo, creator of Please Touch the Artwork, this is Please Watch the Artwork.
Okay. Tehark says, the video is real staticky. Oh, okay. Let me see. Let's see what's going on. Hold on, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna play it for a little bit to see.
My name is Thomas Waterzoo,
oh gosh,
and I'm a developer from Belgium. I'm the creator of Please Touch the Artwork, a series of casual and accessible games based on real.
It looked from my version of the stream feed. It looks fine. Is the video really staticky for anyone else?
And then think about what gameplay could fit their art style. For my third game, I fell in love with American realist painter Edward Hopper.
Ratchet Karen says yes.
I'm not gonna be touching art.
Tehark, it's weird because you're fine.
I'm gonna be watching them at night.
Okay. This is kind of creepy.
Please Watch the Artwork is a psychological spot the difference game, where you are a night watch at the Museum of Animated Modern Art. In short, Mama. Your job is simple. Watch the paintings and report any anomalies. However, these are not your everyday paintings. They are alive, and there is a mysterious sad clown wandering around, spreading.
It's always the damn clowns. Okay, let me check the properties for this. Automatic.
Focus, and lots of coffee to avoid this from happening. If you don't know Edward Hopper, no worries. You don't need to know to be able to enjoy the game. But he's most famous for his painting, Nighthawk.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I'm gonna turn this. Let me turn on a different capture. Let's see if this works. Okay, let me know if this is better.
He depicted themes like loneliness and urban isolation. So for me, it made sense to create a psychological horror game. I also wanted a mechanic that made people.
This being a psychological horror game is an unexpected but interesting angle to it.
There are no jump scares in
oh gosh.
And no monsters. The only things that
so the art is possessed, and you gotta figure out you gotta find signs of it being possessed. Arts is still crunchy. Okay, I'm gonna try. That's weird. It looks fine on my end. I'm not sure.
Hopper's America from the early 20th century. Okay, You've got some clowns, but they're kind of harmless. It's just you, the night, and the paintings.
Let me try watching it on my phone and see.
But you can now wishlist the game on Steam. However, and don't tell this to anyone, it's probably gonna be around Halloween this year. Shh. Thanks to Day of the Deaths for giving me this wonderful opportunity, and I really hope you like this bizarre little thing I made. Bye-bye.
Is the audio really Is the audio like fine, or is it also really staticky?
We've had a long-time love affair with this next dev at Tribute Games. It goes all the way back to the very first day of the devs, where we showed Mercenary Kings. It's been amazing to see what they've done since then with games like Teenage.
So this is only the audio of the presentation. Okay, that's weird. Hold on, I'm gonna try checking. Okay, there might be something going on here then. Audio output. Yeah, hold on. Let me check to see. Yeah, I'm gonna play the audio on the stream's version of the audio for a second here. Just
huge nostalgic bomb.
Okay, I'm seeing what you. Okay, now I'm hearing it. Yeah. All right. Hold on. Let me try it now.
And they're set to deliver again with Marvel Comics.
That time I don't think the audio played at all. Let me actually go back a little bit.
Kings. It's been amazing. Tribute Games. It goes all the way back to the very first day of the day.
Okay, yeah, the audio isn't playing for me now. It's weird. It's weird on my end now. Okay. Yeah, the audio. Okay, it's something. I was thinking it's something with my headphones, but my headphones shouldn't be affecting how y'all are hearing the audio. You see default?
Devs where we showed Mercenary.
No, okay. Here, I'm gonna back up a little bit more. See if I can get this fixed.
Thanks to Day of the Deaths for giving me this wonderful opportunity, and I really
how
hope
about here?
you like this bizarre little thing I made. Bye-bye.
Okay, I can't hear anything on my end now. Hold on just a second. Does it still sound weird to y'all?
We've had a long-time love affair with this next dev at Tribute Games. It goes all
Okay, yeah, well there it sounds like it's coming through both my yeah, it's coming through my microphone as well, so make sure you change that around a little bit. Okay.
all the way back to the very first day of the dev.
I think my microphones are messing up. Gosh dang it. Or not my microphone, my headphones. It's a good thing I keep a spare. Yes, I have to keep spare headphones around. Just a second. Let me see if I can. Okay, how about now?
Where we showed Mercenary Kings. It's been amazing to see what.
Is it sounding okay now, or is there still problems?
A huge nostalgic bomb, and they're set to deliver again with Marvel Comic Invasion.
Hi, I'm Federico Genos, and I'm Kevin Chessel. We are part of Tribute Games.
That's some cool artwork they got back there.
On Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a retro-inspired.
Roger Karen says I have static again. Okay, gosh. So either the audio can sound good for me. So either the audio sounds good for me, but y'all hear static, or I don't. It sounds good for y'all, but I hear nothing. Okay, well, how does it sound now?
Beat 'em up set in the Marvel universe. When Annihilus launches an attack across the galaxy, it's up to
15 models.
Yeah, I'm gonna back up a little bit again.
And I really hope you like this bizarre little thing I made. Bye-bye.
Here, I'm gonna actually. Now let me play the audio again. So. That's really freaking weird. Okay, so yeah, it's. Something's going on with the audio capture. Properties, capture method, automatic. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna try this.
We've had
No, that's still staticky. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, let me go back a little bit more and try it.
And report any anomalies. However, these are not your everyday paintings.
Gosh, okay. Dang it, hold on a second. Oh, there's not. Capture audio. Hold on. Here, I'm gonna try this now.
Paintings. They are alive.
Okay. Okay, so there's something else causing it. Let me check sound capture here. No, all the Elgato's off. So Hmm. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna check to see what's going on. Okay, what if I play it through here?
Mysterious sad cloud wandering around.
Okay, no, it doesn't play through there.
Spreading their sadness over all the pain. Sadness over all the pain.
Is there any audio problems there, or are y'all even able to hear it? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Doesn't sound like the audio is actually even coming through. No, I'm just gonna. Okay. Pressure hears it can be heard. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Let me try.
Paintings. You're gonna need a good memory, focus, and lots of
Okay, no. Audio doesn't sound right to me there. Gosh, what is going on? I might need to stop and restart the stream to see what's happening. Yeah, I might need to stop and restart the stream just to see if I can find out, or just to try it out and see if that fixes it. OBS has been having a lot of strange audio issues lately, and I'm not sure what's going on. Because there was also a problem with, like, my Elgato. Yeah, with audio coming in on the Elgato. Hey, that was fine. Let me check my settings. Okay, I'm gonna try this again now.
Of coffee to avoid this from happening. If you don't.
No, okay, yeah. That's more static. I can hear it. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually cut the stream and I'm gonna restart it just as soon. I'm gonna cut the stream, turn off, restart OBS and see if that fixes it. So I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, hold on.